Oh. I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Doesn't matter. It's they're not gonna run out the LEDs. You're gonna
No,
be.
I just surprised. Hello.
We're live
What camera are we on?
Oh, what camera are we on?
on Pantelis.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you should give me. His future. It's very bright. That's why he's wearing his shades right now. And wearing them, has he been wearing them all morning, or he put them on for the show?
No, all morning.
Last Thursday.
Since last Thursday.
He walked in.
Yeah.
Or Wednesday, I don't remember when. He looks at me and he goes, how fucking sexy are these shades? We were alone in the office. It was dark. The lights were all off. And he just looked me right in the eye, and that was a pattern. It's been a pattern. He just comes in when I'm only just me,
Yeah.
and he stops before saying hello to tell me how good he looks with something he
I
just purchased.
did that once.
3 times. It's been 3 times. It's a pattern of behavior.
Okay.
I like that he only thinks he looks good when something covers his face. That's
No,
amazing.
in his defense,
he
By
should
the
do
way,
it for
on
shirts.
which camera we're on, it's obvious it's down when you're the first one I cut to.
How do
it's
I
not
know?
obvious.
Yeah, it's not
I've
obvious,
been
yeah.
opening up the show for months now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
So
when he's
you just
here,
said
he
yeah.
opens up. No, when he's here, he
No,
opens
but in
up.
his defense,
Yeah.
which is he's indefensible. The first time it was about his wispy beard coming in. How good does my wispy beard look? Then there was the whole I got a haircut.
He's feeling himself.
No, you didn't. Yes, I did. It's because I'm growing it out. How much longer are you gonna let it get? About as long as this much. I go, so about as much as you just cut it? He goes, yeah. And then
He's that song, I'm feeling myself. That's the same. He's feeling himself. Welcome to the morning show. This
Hey,
is according
Poseidon.
to some
Do
historians.
something.
This is the 200th episode. If you would let me
Historians.
finish,
Historians.
it's the 200th episode apparently, which is why I'm here. Congratulations.
Which is why I'm here.
a show that started during the pandemic. It was a way to get some fun across on Saturday mornings. That's why it was called The Morning Show.
Was it Saturday?
It was Saturday. Yes, it was Saturday mornings. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people. It hasn't been that long. It was Saturday mornings. We were watching Degrassi Junior High.
The Degrassi I remember, but I don't remember it being a Saturday morning.
Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
It was that was the point of the original morning show, was to watch cartoons in the morning. And then it changed to
It
a
got
news
flagged.
program. It did get flagged, but it also
We also did that episode where we just watched my movies, which, I mean, that wasn't a great experience.
It wasn't
for
a great
anyone.
experience either, but it was, it is what it is. We had to learn.
Copyrights owned.
And then George loved telling the news, so it turned into a news program. It turned
There
into
was
the
that
channel's news
period
program.
where we fought him
Tooth and nail.
because he had become a mouthpiece for the Liberal Party.
There was, I fought him.
He does often defend the old guard.
The indefensible, some would say. Yeah. I am sad I missed out on all that.
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
You didn't
so
miss
that's
out
what
on
happened.
anything. You can go watch it. It's in the playlist.
You go all the way back. It's not.
I
I, think
wouldn't
they
do it,
flagged
but
those
you
first
could.
episodes. I don't think they're available.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Degrassi got mad at us.
Poseidon, can you do me a solid?
What?
Can you just
That was a
hand my
hard cut.
camera to the right? Yeah, it's driving me crazy because I'm not comfortable here, and
What,
if
what?
I don't want to sit at the edge of the table. Like, I want to sit here, and I'm like
You want to move it?
Can you?
Oh, you
I
come
was
I'll
gonna
move
ask
it.
him, yeah.
No, let him stay. Are you fucking
it's
crazy?
a
Look.
little too far to my left. Thank you. I feel trapped by the video frame.
Oh my God! You just did something and it closed. The
Oh,
camera. The
well,
camera is no longer
I've
working.
broken the morning show. I'm sorry. Are you serious?
Did you?
There you go, buddy. I don't know why he was on you.
No, something unplugged.
No, he'll be fine. Switch to another camera. He'll be good.
Okay.
Maybe it was just static electricity.
I once wiped an SD card like that on a shoot.
No,
It
the
was
camera's
very
gone.
stressful.
It's interesting,
Very stressful, yeah. Poseidon,
Poseidon, you
The
alright, buddy?
logical first thing to do would be to cut to the middle cam,
I did.
and then go over there and make sure the plug didn't come out. That's all.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. There you go. The plug's still in. Everybody's happy. I'll turn it off and on. And it's still in. There you go.
200 episodes.
But the truth is, Phil, though, we started the episode with a certain camera angle. You wanted to change it. That's what happened.
I know. I take
That's
some
what fucking happens.
responsibility for the request. I'm not gonna.
It's actually gone completely. Yeah. So we're not gonna.
I'm trying to understand his inflection and your reaction. Like, I don't know. I can't read this room. I don't know where this is going.
You think that this is a joke?
No. I just don't know how mad you actually are, or if you just don't care.
I'm disappointed.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
mad. Disappointed. Happy.
disappointed.
Like what are I gonna be mad about? I'm gonna punch it in the side. Like what am I gonna do?
Phil, you're not that pretty. Are you insinuating that I'm so ugly I've broken the camera?
There might be that.
Well played.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my
so,
camera, but I don't have it. Well
Jorge
played.
Rosales dropped $2 dues in the chat.
For what? What does he say?
Congrats to 200. Clap, 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 clap. That's
There
what he
wasn't that
caught
many
apparently. That's what he caught apparently.
He only said
Actually,
5 claps.
He was short
Yeah.
claps.
Yeah.
Is
Wait.
it clap? Is each emoji clap clap?
No, each emoji's clap. That's a clap. You need 2 hands to clap.
Fair.
That's not a clap.
I hear it. Yes.
Poseidon deserves 0 credit.
You see, normally he could have fought it, and then as soon as shit stopped working, that's when they give $2. This sons
Yeah, I
of
love
bitches.
this
They know what they're doing.
this pattern of behavior that he's fallen into. Like I said before,
What is it?
the gloat. It's not even a humble brag. It's a brag. He comes in, he brags, and then he complains that somehow every pitfall that befalls this show is somehow my fault for working before I
Excuse
come
me?
in here.
Oh, is that
It's
what you guys do
amazing.
before the
Joe's
show
like,
starts?
you come in, you sit down. How am I supposed to frame a chair that never moves? Or how am I supposed to turn lights on that are already here?
No, the lights that happened.
lights was
It
good,
happened
yeah.
today.
It would have been
happens.
funny if the frame, he's like, no, I got you framed. And then it started. He's like, okay, you don't want to be here. And it starts, but it's just here. And it's just your mouth.
Because even if I would change it, you would still complain.
Is Pacific Rebels the relaxation guy? Oh, yeah, that beef was hard, huh?
What?
He knows, guys. He knows now.
What happened?
There was a channel beefing with Poseidon in the chat.
There
And-
was?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
what they're asking about.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that, but I heard he told me, he's like, this motherfucker. And then as soon as I saw it, I go,
Yeah, I know, because you knew.
Phil.
Because you knew.
Yeah,
Do
calm
we
down.
actually have any a news story?
There's
to share?
been a breaking news story that just happened.
Oh, yeah?
Joe Rogan is in trouble.
Again?
Yes.
Real trouble.
And what is
okay.
real trouble?
What?
Fair
point,
The people are upset with him. Some Jews are as well.
He's in trouble.
Because
He's in
he
trouble.
said, I believe the quote was in his last podcast. He's like, this is fucking crazy. Like, people are saying, like, it's bad that, like, they go, Jews like money or whatever. He's like, saying Jews don't like money. It's like saying Italians don't like pizza. That's fucking great. Why would you even say that? He goes, it's untrue. Which, I get what he's saying. It's 100% true, but the Jews, it's interchangeable. He just means, like, you can't say someone doesn't care. Everybody needs money. Everyone
loves
cares
money,
about money.
yeah.
So saying that, oh, they care about money or whatever. Yeah, me too. You need money to survive, you know? But the way it came out, because the pizza thing, it almost sounded
pizza
like
thing makes it hilarious.
It makes it hilarious. It almost sounds like that's all they do. It's just
So who's mad? The Center for
no,
Combined Jewish
people
Appeal?
are like, oh, we gotta boycott Joe Rogan. We can't
He's not boycotting
pay
them,
for
like,
ads.
they've tried. They should just leave him alone.
I mean, it's just but it's funny because I get what they're mad at, like taking that
Soundbite on its own.
soundbite
yeah, out
on
of
its
context.
own, out of well, even in context. If you don't understand him and you don't watch it, you just you know what I mean?
Yes, fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty funny though.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw it this
What was
morning.
the context? Like, what were they talking about?
I
remember?
forgot how it was, who was getting offended
That's
or whatever,
okay.
and he
I was
goes
just
like, "There's
curious.
some stuff that is just people overdo it," and that was one of the things. And I'm with him. That was one of the things that people overdo.
They definitely
calm
do.
down.
I mean, speaking of Jews,
Yeah.
Poseidon, another Poseidon little tidbit for you. Walks in today, out of the blue, mumbling to himself. I'm in the other room. He says, "I just watched Schindler's List."
Yeah, he said it to me this morning.
Yeah, he really enjoyed it.
Well, he did not enjoy. You all right, Poseidon?
He's trying to fix the camera. That's fine. Let him do his thing. Yeah, he really enjoyed Schindler's List. I was surprised though. He's an adult. He's never seen Schindler's List. Like,
No, we've been through this. He's
it's just one of those movies, you know.
there's a mountain of stuff that he hasn't seen.
Okay, it works now.
All right, good
Oh,
job.
good job.
He
Poseidon.
produced a solution.
Turn it off and on again. That's most
No,
of
he
the
unplugged something down there.
Oh,
I think.
unplugged the stuff and replugged.
over there.
Yeah, here and there.
Oh, do you know which one is for this one directly?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then that's
Sure, you
fine.
didn't kick something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
no, it's just That's the
It
fucked up.
happens.
That's the
Cameras
fucked up
fuck
about
around.
electronics, bro. You know the reset. Oh, by the way, electronics.
Gremlins,
I'm
man.
fighting with
Gremlins.
Google.
Why? That's not a good
Fucking
person to
call.
fight with.
Yeah, I have to though.
Okay.
Because my phone is acting up and it's a brand new phone, right?
Okay.
Like, what the fuck is this? So I get mad and I bought it straight up from Amazon, like it was Google direct. I sent them a
From, like, the
message.
Google store on Amazon, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go, no, it's you're under warranty. Don't worry, we'll help you out. So they send me to a place. They make me take an appointment for a place in the West Island. I have to go to the West Island, a half hour away.
I'm already angry.
You break iFix, it's called or some
Oh,
shit.
you break a fix.
Oh
I know you
no,
break a
they
fix.
sent you to that place.
Yeah, they said certified. So these guys,
Habibi's
they
certified.
No,
call.
brother.
Listen to this. They called the night before. It was an Indian lady who confirmed with me. She goes, "This is the phone you have. No, tomorrow, 11 a.m." I'm
Which
like, "Yep."
Indian?
Huh?
Southeast Indian or
Yeah, real
native
Indian. No, real Indian,
Okay,
real
just
Indian.
making sure.
So I'm like, fine. They confirmed they know everything. So I fucking go there, and it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, there's traffic to get there. So I fucking get there a little bit over a half hour in the morning. Yeah, people
Going
work
to
in the morning.
Going to the west. Who works? People come from the west.
No, people work everywhere, bro.
That's fair. Fair point.
So, like where I went, it was an actual establishment. People had to get there. So,
Where was it, by the way? Like in the mall or?
No, it was like in a
okay.
strip, like outside. It's its
Yeah,
own little
okay.
thing. So I go in, the guy brings it up, and I remember his face, like the way he said it, because inside I go, I'm here for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like, Pixel 7 Pro. Yeah, we can't help you. And I go, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, Google keeps telling people we're certified. We're not certified. Now there's a sticker on the window that says Google certified. And
They're Arabs, I know.
yeah, and I go, wait, we're not certified? He goes, no, we are, but Google never sent us the pieces, and they know this. They don't send us the pieces to fix this. So now I'm raging, bro. I'm like, these motherfuckers. So
It's not like you have to drive down Lackady. You have to drive the West Island.
yeah,
Like,
so
it's
I get
annoying.
fucking pissed off. And then I call Google. Well, the way I called it is I went on Twitter and complained, like, you motherfuckers.
That's the best way to
So
call
they
it.
had to call me.
'Cause you're an influencer, so they have to.
I
answer.
have some influence.
Yeah.
So they call me. They're like, "What's the problem?" I go, "Bring up my fucking file. What's the problem? Why are you dicking me around? Like, you made me. You're the ones. I didn't make it up. You're the ones who made me go there. We set this up. They confirmed they don't have your file. He's like, they don't have pieces. And the guy also told me that you could see his inventory. We can't see inventory. He's like freaking out. The guy.
Who's
I
lying
go,
now?
yeah. I go, who's fucking lying? So then finally, I get them to agree to just replace my phone.
What's wrong with the phone, by the way? I'm just curious.
Like if I lock it, it won't turn back on again. What happens is the screen, it's like there's a sensor that's fucked up that it doesn't know when it should be dimming or not. So everything works. It
'cause
knows
you
that I'm
have the
touching.
always on display, right?
No, I even took it off. It's not that. It's a mouth. I saw it online. People have it.
Come to the dark
It's a-
side.
I might.
Hold on, don't you have the protection with Telus, the monthly
I'm
thing?
not even with Telus, and I'm not.
You should know that.
Yeah, I haven't been with
How
Telus in
should I
years.
know
I
that?
It was
angrily.
an epic tale of,
Yeah, it was an epic tale of me leaving.
of
Oh, yeah, I remember.
vengeance.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you just like spite quit their service.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did.
Yeah.
No, but I
Episode
bought it.
192. That's when we covered
I bought it straight up. I bought it out the phone. It's unlocked. It's my phone.
Yeah, it's yours.
So, but anyway, so I
I
get
miss
him.
doing that. I've been leasing. This one I leased it from
Rogers. me.
Rogers.
Yeah, I don't want to definitely do. But let's do this
But
before I
I'm dumb
forget.
because I can always sell it. I'm stupid.
We're retards anyway.
Yeah.
So I finally get him to agree to give me to replace my phone. They go, okay, we're gonna send you a box. You're gonna send us your phone. We're gonna fix it or send you a new one. And I go, are you fucking crazy? Send me the other phone first so I could transfer all my shit. What am I
Yeah.
phoneless?
What is this? 2007.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. And then he goes, oh, we
Transfer
could.
your contacts on your SIM card.
Listen to this. He goes, we could do that. So I wasn't the first option. But we need a proof of purchase. I said, that's fine. I bought it from Amazon. So I send him my invoice.
Yeah.
What does he fucking say, bro? They're taking 20 minutes. I'm on hold. I go, what's the problem? He goes, they're just, they don't believe you that it's a real receipt because why is it in French?
Oh my god.
And then I go, you have my address there? He's like, yeah. I go, you can see that I live in Quebec? He's like, yeah. We speak French here. I go to him, like, because I saw he wasn't catching on. He's like, yeah, okay. I go, it's
French
also
province.
it's the official. There's 2 official languages in this country, so it's gonna come in both languages. So he's like, okay, yeah. So we're just gonna have to take a look at that,
Wait,
see if it's
your
real.
Amazon invoices are in French?
Go download them. You're gonna see half of it is in French. It's always like that if you buy from here.
Really? I
Yeah.
never
So
paid attention.
he goes, give us 24 hours. You gotta investigate, make sure. And then I go, make sure that people speak French in Quebec. He's like, yeah, we gotta make sure. And I was like, this is. If I was gonna fake an invoice, wouldn't I just leave it in English?
I'm just trying to follow the thought process here, like that would lead to that conversation, and I don't have it. I'm not with you. I don't know what's happening.
So I'm waiting to get a reply. We're gonna reply to you by email, hopefully today, to see what's gonna happen.
You should
But I was
answer
like,
the email when you if they say no problem. You should answer it in French.
here's the best part. He's like, how do we know? And I go, you have all the info. You have the IMEM number of the phone.
The
You know
IMEI.
the physical device.
The
You sold it
IMEI.
there, and it belongs to me. Like, you know all this shit. So why are we playing these fucking games? And also, a small Google search on Canada, you'll see, oh fuck, they do speak French.
Oh, look at Quebec.
Yeah. Like, goddamn.
Google's in on
This is super random.
You Google it.
Fuck, maybe they Bing it.
This guy binging. He's
Bing,
like,
bing.
Quebec's not a real place. Like,
Bing search. I'm gonna ask Jeeves.
I just
Yeah.
remembered. I didn't talk about it on stage, so I completely forgot. But Mike Mayo, I had him on the show, and he had said something on stage, and I forgot to bring it up after because he's on stage. He's like, in Quebec, they're trying to make like French the language here. And then I felt like it is the language here. French is the official language.
It is.
And I didn't know that some people, including Mayo, don't realize that it is. Like, they're not trying to make it the official language. It's 100% the
They're just
official.
trying to like.
Yeah, so I was
fortify
like,
it.
it didn't click in my head. I was like, it clicked after when I was thinking about it. I go, oh, I should have talked about that on stage. Like, that's so fucking funny. He's like, can you believe these guys are trying to make it?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Mike, not exactly known for his intellectual, philosophical music.
Not philosophical, but he's got some bangers.
He's smart. He's funny, but he's not
Yeah.
like
His intellectual prowess.
Yeah. It's funniest that I
I don't
haven't-
want to
I
say
haven't
that
Mike
because
on.
it seemed mean. Because the guy's not dumb, but like.
For Hogwarts yesterday,
Sorry.
because of Hogwarts
I bought
release,
it.
Oh,
I
Legacy.
had I had magicians. I had Chris Ramsey and Wes Barker. Fucking the
saw
crowd.
that,
The
yes.
crowd was hype.
Is Wes
Oh,
from here
shit.
also?
No, Wes
No,
is
he's
from
not, yeah.
Toronto, Vancouver, then Toronto. Now he's everywhere. They're all over the place.
I have clients in from Toronto who are like, because we're out on a location shoot, like but whatever. Anyways, we're on a location shoot out in I call it rural Quebec, but it's
Mirabel.
basically Maribel.
Oh, our homie from Mirabel keeps getting cool gifts. Made me a cool gift and brought it to the show yesterday.
Oh, really?
Poseidon got custom dicks once, and he ate them, and they were delicious. Actually, he
know he did.
croissanified them, because that's Poseidon. Everything has to go extra.
You put edible dicks in a croissant?
No, chocolate dicks.
They were delicious.
I didn't say they weren't chocolate. I just said they were edible.
But I had to melt them because if you eat them like that, that's gay.
Yeah, that was his logic.
What if you eat them from the back?
Even
Still
more gay.
Still gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, even more gay, like he said. Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's
You
fair.
gotta melt them as soon as they lose the shape.
What if you
you're
break
good.
them? That's okay.
Still gay. You're eating broken dick.
Less gay.
Somehow gayer, actually.
I don't
Makes you
think
more
it is
passionate.
Owner of a broken
You're so
cup.
passionate about.
So we had the magicians on yesterday in honor of the game, because the game, there's a lot of controversy around the
Magic.
game. No, not because of the magic. I thought it was because of magic. But
LGBT cuties.
yeah, they said not
What?
they. We're not going to blame the entire trans community for a bunch of fucking idiots who said if you buy the game, you're transphobic.
Good.
Is the game like the legacy that you're murdering trans people in the game?
I am, but that's how I choose to play the game.
That's fair.
That's
That's
a
your
different-
choice.
Yeah, that's a different story. That's just a personal belief. It was so funny because I don't know anything about Harry Potter. I don't care about Harry Potter. And they're like, if you buy this, you're a transphobe. I was like, I'm pre-ordering the deluxe edition. And I pre-ordered the deluxe edition on spite because you're not going to tell me what to fucking do.
Yeah, I know.
And then I
It
started...
could be the worst game in the world. He'd still buy it.
yeah,
and
I
play it.
created... First of all, I didn't like it. I created the first 20 minutes. It's whatever. It's not
Is
for
it
me.
a first person?
No, it's actually a well-made game. It shows that they put a lot of love and like the graphics are good. It's just... I don't give a shit about Harry Potter. I only bought it because you can't tell me not to buy something.
Fair point.
That's the only reason why I bought it. But
What if
now...
that was their marketing campaign from the beginning.
Then they're geniuses.
no, it wasn't their marketing campaign to
I
have
know,
that.
I'm just fucking around.
But what's crazy is it's getting good reviews. And now I realized, because I created my character and I was like, I don't like my character. Like, I created a guy and it's this white guy. Again, white people, bro, with magic.
Yeah,
So,
white magic.
and I was like,
You want black magic?
yeah. So I'm going to create a black guy because you could do different options. And his name is going to be Curtis Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
The black guy.
Yeah.
What's his magician name?
Black magic. And
I mean, yeah.
I'll stream it on Twitch. So he's going to be a young 50 Cent. I'm going to start a street gang in Hogwarts. It's going to be fucking crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Maybe. Can you wire his jaw shut?
Oh, that'd be cool. No,
That'd
but
be
you could
cool.
put scars and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little,
So I'll do that.
a little
here that
lightning
you could put.
teardrop right here. Lightning teardrop. It means he magicked people.
And I didn't play far enough yet, but Ramsey was playing more than me yesterday. He was streaming it. And he tells me, he's like, what is this trans stuff they're talking about? Bro, like one of the first characters you meet is a trans person.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, this is so stupid that people are angry for nothing. He goes, and you could also create trans characters. You could make a guy that has you could make a girl, let's say, that has a guy's voice, and you could put them in the girl's dormitory.
Really?
Yeah, you can do all that stuff. You can do it. It's a fucking game. You can do whatever you want, bro.
telling
rapes
you,
ensue in the
reverse,
dormitory?
It's reverse
I don't know.
psychology marketing that they did.
No, they didn't do any marketing. They were actually getting. Last year they got
people who
fucked. They had to
scream-
fire a guy.
The people who scream about this type of stuff, what they haven't realized yet is when you bitch about something because you feel triggered, but there really wasn't anything,
Yeah.
and you want that thing to go away, all you're doing is making sure it doesn't.
That's what happened to
Yeah.
people. People used to get mad, it's offensive, and then other people start to look at what I was doing. They're like, "That's not offensive, bro.
It's
It's
the
having
Barbara,
fun."
It's the Barbara Streisand.
The Streisand effect.
Streisand.
But Streisand is because you're trying to delete something, and people are like, "Why don't you want me to see it?" And then they'll see it.
Yeah,
but for
exactly.
comedy or for games like art in general, people will take a look because there's controversy, and then when they see that you're overdoing it, they support the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm living proof. Yeah, so I like it.
I like it too.
All this to say, the show last night, very good despite the AC breaking right before the show, so it was very hot in there. So the laughs wouldn't carry.
Open
It
up.
was very hot. Stop.
The humidity was catching it.
People didn't have the energy. Like crowds are very, you feel it.
it's too
So at
hot,
first I go, are they hating this? And then I realized after speaking to them, they all had fun, but they're not doing it on purpose. It's just normally you're comfortable and laughs carry, but this was like, it was tiring to
I saw Seinfeld years ago live. Not great, but that's a different experience.
waste of money.
And it was so fucking cold.
Oh, really?
I think
Where?
it was
Plaza
Plaza
Zar?
Zao.
Yeah, yeah.
It was fucking freezing.
Those were when $200 tickets or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Anne had bought them as a birthday gift for me. And we went. And first of all, I mean, like, he doesn't have new material. It's just Seinfeld being Seinfeld. It was fine. But it was, people were like wearing their jackets upside down like blankets. And they're like, ha 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 ha.
That's crazy.
I was
Such
like,
a
what the
large
fuck is-"
room.
It was summertime. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
The AC was blasting.
It was like spring. So yeah, the AC was probably too strong. But like even that, like, I made me think.
Yeah,
of
it makes you uncomfortable. You got to be
If you're not
comfortable in a comedy
You're
room.
not having a good time.
Yeah, but they're fixing it this morning. It happened last night. There's nothing you
This
can
is
do.
the bordel.
Yeah. Tonight also we got Comfort Zone. 8:30. We got some fun stuff happening at Comfort Zone.
Yeah.
The Contender series
Don't you
is
have
starting.
You need some musician friend of yours to make you like a Comfort Zone theme song that's all just heavy bass line.
We have Orchid, who makes the best
Yeah,
shit.
tell them
Have
to
you
make
heard
some
Little
bass
Machines?
No, is that from Orchid? No, I haven't heard it yet.
Or Machines? What the fuck's the new song called?
War Machines?
No, Little Machines. I
Oh,
think.
Little Machines.
It's been on my it's been playing on my Spotify like on repeat.
Really?
I really like it. Yeah, they were already obviously they do the intro for French Cast and Podcast, but it feels like with every new song they're experimenting, they're getting better and
Little
better.
Machines. It's
Yeah, it
called.
was Little Machines. Yeah, it's fucking great. Fucking Orchid, bro. They're kicking a lot of ass. I'm really liking what they're doing.
Are they also taking names?
They're taking names.
That's
They're
good.
taking.
That's important because then you don't know whose asses you've kicked.
So Rogan was one of the news. The other news I don't know if you guys talked about was Bill C11 passing.
We did. George, I mean, he phoned it in. He Georged it in. Maybe because he was scared about what he could say online.
Well, that's the thing. This is what's weird is we're joking about it, but that has the potential of completely eliminating our YouTube and like
Presence
online.
yeah.
Should they choose to?
Why? I kept seeing this morning articles linking C10 to gun control.
C10?
Yeah.
Well, C11 is the internet.
Oh, right,
stuff.
right. That's why I was
C10 is the
confused.
gun stuff, yeah.
C10 is the gun stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I thought you said C10. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Oh, we had.
But I saw Polyev like
I didn't see.
just playing Polyev games. Like,
Just fucking
the
around.
only way to protect your right to your way of life is to vote in a conservative majority led by Pierre Poilievre. I'm like, don't speak about yourself in the third person. That's weird, Pierre. What are you doing?
Can I just say something?
What are you doing?
That is weird, but he is right. Right now, we have
not
to. We
wrong,
need
but
to
it's still
change.
weird.
This is crazy right now. We're completely rattled, and people are getting brainwashed. We had, which I think I'm gonna remove from this week's episode of The Intellectuals because it was the show went on an extra hour.
Okay.
And it was literally all Adam, who's gonna make everyone angry. It was all vaccine and gun talk. Out of nowhere, like we're sitting there, he's like, I want you guys' opinion on the vaccines. You know, he's like, everybody should get it because it's saving lives. Like he's talking about the news points from 2 years ago. He hasn't evolved into what's happening now and
Did
what
he
the vaccine
just,
does.
Maybe he's buffering.
He's buffering.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like he's saying a bunch of stuff that's been disproven.
One of the scariest things I've seen, and I'll only go.
and then
I won't
you
wait
have to
for
hear the
it.
gun thing because I'm not going to leave
Oh,
it
yeah.
in the episode because it's too
do it.
polarizing and aggressive, but it was fucking funny. So he's sitting there, he's like, you see what's happening in America? People have guns, they get shot all the time. And then I'm trying to explain to him, like, yeah, they do get, but here too people have guns. And then he's like, people don't have guns here. And then Poseidon brings up the stats, like there's 2 million registered guns and 10 million unregistered ones. 1 in 6 people in Canada could shoot you.
Yeah.
They just don't. There's also a 1%, like statistically, there's about 1% of the population in a country that's going to be at the level of psychopath. 1%. So there's obviously a higher percentage of people who are willing to do crazy shit.
I mean, you can take that sample size in a room even this size during the intellectuals.
But that's what I'm saying. So there's going to be one psychopath.
skewed.
But it's just, imagine 30 million people, 35 million versus 350 million. You're going to get a lot of fuckery, right? So we're talking about all this. And then he goes, I don't care about that. He goes, I care about the defense thing. Why do people think that if they're defending their home, they should be allowed to kill someone that's breaking in And I go, what do you mean? Like, you don't want to defend yourself? He's like, no, if somebody breaks my home, I'll be like, you lay down there. He'll lay down and I'll call the cops. And I go, are you fucking crazy? What magical land do you
Did
live
a
in?
child break into his house?
But that's
Lie
what I'm
down.
telling him. I go, if someone's willing to break the law, they don't care. Why would they listen to you? And then he's like, okay, maybe I have a bat. And I go, okay, let's say
Bat's good.
hypothetically you have a bat and this guy has a gun. What's the bat going to do? He's
You
like,
hit the
okay.
bullets. Bing.
So then he goes, okay, I'm going to have a gun too. And then deter him. I go, so now you want a gun. So now you can have a gun to defend your home. And he's like, oh yeah. He starts thinking about it. He goes, what do you think about people break? I go, I'm going to be honest with you right now. He's like, because there's laws. You can't kill people here. I go, I'm be honest with you right now. If my family or my life is in danger,
I'll kill someone.
I will. I'm telling you, I don't give a shit about the law. I will kill someone. I go, it's because that's what the law should be. I should be able to defend my life.
It is the law.
No, not in Canada. In Canada, you have to use what is it, equal or lesser force.
But if
so
they're
somebody breaks
trying
in,
to kill you,
you can't. Here, have fun proving that in court.
if someone shoots you 2 times in the shoulder and you return fire with a legal
There's
gun,
cases here. Remember, we there was one on the morning show years ago that we looked at that was. Do you remember that where the guy got shot in the head? Do you remember this?
No.
The guy who got shot in the head. He got shot in the head, bro, in his bed.
oh, we did this on this just thing.
Yeah. He got up to go shoot. He got shot in the head, bro, and he still got in trouble for going after the guy.
Yeah.
Like here, it's fucked up. So, anyways, we were discussing all this, and it was just crazy how after 2 minutes of talking, he wants guns, but now just for himself. Like that's the weird mindset of
He's
people.
hoarding, he wants to hoard guns.
It's just that's what people don't look at the whole thing. It's like guns are killing people. Killers are killing
I love
people.
whenever a new apocalypse show comes out, like now Last of Us is out, right? And I'm always, this is the first thought that pops in my head. Fuck, man, I should get myself a gun. Like, just in case. I don't have one. Even Anna, she's like, we don't have a gun. I'm like, no, we don't. She goes, what would we do? I go, if
don't need
the
a
fungi came and got us, I don't know what we would do. We need the gun so I can murder myself on the first day because I'm not living through the apocalypse.
I don't want to have
Fuck
a gun,
that.
bro. Kill
Lose
myself.
my contact, eat some bad dairy, I'm done.
Yeah.
Allergies.
Just shoot myself in the head.
Shoot myself in the head. I'm checked out. Do you remember that when I premiered 1501 and some kid, I don't know who he was in the crowd, they were asking us questions and he goes, "What's your zombie survival plan?" He was like someone from Peter's side.
remember.
I was like, "Mine, it's a gun to my head, dead, first day."
Oh, you give up right away.
Oh, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not built for that. I'm out. You guys live on and you remember me, honor me, okay? But I'm out.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna try to survive.
Hell yeah,
I
bro.
gotta kill myself. Let the zombies win.
I don't wanna
Bro, they're
survival
mindless
instinct.
zombies.
I don't want to survive. I want to live. It's different. I want to thrive. And we're not thriving now either, so there's that.
So we just received news from our friend George. He says horrible news.
Shouldn't he be working? That's why he didn't come.
Un autobus fonce dans une garderie à Laval.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? A bus just went into a daycare in Laval. I remember how I said Lavalers can't drive? Remember this?
I
It's not
witnessed it
so
yesterday for
it's not
time.
so crazy yet now, huh?
No one said it was crazy. Of all the things you say, that is the
Bro,
most...
it's a city bus. It's an
No.
STM.
Yo, this happened a month ago on Beaubien, remember? They drove
Let's
into
bring
that
the photos
building.
up. Let's go. Let's
Find
go.
it, find it.
We gotta show these people. Breaking news. François Legault already
the
talked about it.
When did it happen?
Quel drame épouvantable ce matin. Yeah, 100%.
Épouvantable is a great word.
Article,
Sorry, I just wanted to...
but it's loading.
Let me see this.
So I don't understand what's
my
going on with the
God.
STM.
Are the kids okay?
They said many kids injured. I heard nothing about a death, which makes me a little happy, but
There's only lady cops on the scene.
was it a lady driver? That would be funny.
Where's the fucking images? There's no images of this.
I've already, while you've been
yeah,
saying that,
I've
seen
seen 4.
30 images.
Yeah.
They have pictures of this. Oh my God.
CTV.
Look at this.
That's fucking scary. God damn, are you reading about any deaths? No, huh?
No, what I can
What
see
article
though,
did you put
this
up?
is a parking lot. Like, it's
TVA
not, why
Nouvelle.
is there a fucking city bus in the parking lot of the daycare?
Yeah, like how did it get there?
Yeah.
Was it stolen?
Because
that's
let me read more of the article.
it's not like
I can't
the-
get out of the damn pictures. I'm
It's
stuck.
not like the daycare came out of nowhere. Like that's going out of your way to go into the daycare. Is it an act of terror?
I mean, someone felt terror. Oh, it was in St. Rose, huh?
Saint Rose. Is that a street or a neighborhood?
It's central north part of Laval, like before you leave the island, like before you get to Rosemere, which is off the island.
Jesus Christ.
All right, au moins 5 ambulances et services d'urgence ont été en
My
place, tout le
God.
commande. Okay. Quel drame, that's what you read out loud. Le ministre de Transport, François, no, that's not
This-
it. I'm trying to see if there was any deaths.
So far,
On
no.
laisse nos enfants en toute sécurité au service de garde. On est extrêmement bouleversés pour l'événement. On va offrir les services nécessaires. Okay, no, it's not saying anything about deaths.
Okay.
it seems like no children died. That's something.
If the second, if that continued, that sentence you're saying, if it was a parent that was going to blame the daycare, I would have lost my shit. You know, we believe they're gonna be safe here. We leave it in the daycare, and then this happens.
I didn't finish.
They let in a city bus. Like, yeah, that's not the daycare's fault, bro. Look at that.
Is this the video?
Well, no, they don't have a video of the bus going, and they weren't there.
They might.
No, they said they have photos after the
dash
shock.
cam, yeah. So this
Look
happened.
at that.
So yeah, so,
Like it's in
God
there.
damn.
That's half the bus is in there.
How the fuck did that happen?
That seems
It's
weird.
not even that slippery.
Yeah, look, you really had to try.
Yeah, I feel like this was.
That's a parking lot. Look at that.
Yeah, did somebody steal
Can
the
you
bus?
Press play on the video. I want to see if there's like a drone footage of the area.
It looks like they went into the
All right,
parking lot.
okay,
yeah.
let's see. Look at this.
Oh yeah, this looks.
Maybe it was like a speed situation.
Nah. This
Like-
looks like some on purpose shit.
No,
Bro.
don't
How
be-
the
don't be
fuck?
crazy.
Don't be crazy. How the fuck is this an accident, bro?
Yeah,
Okay,
bro.
let's see.
How do you do this by mistake?
Yo,
This is a
look
city
how far
bus.
down it is.
doesn't even belong
Bro,
in there.
how do you do this by mistake? Nah, bro, there's some suspicious shit.
Bro, that's not by mistake. Are you crazy?
That's hammered.
That's an act of terror or a woman driving.
I mean, those two things are not mutually exclusive.
Hold on, how do you mute this?
I wanted to hear it.
Oh,
The Lord, they're gonna.
He put that music.
Yeah.
yeah, I did that. No, I should. God damn.
But like, look how deep into the parking lot that
Yeah,
is.
it's impossible. How is that an accident?
And here's the thing, if he was drunk or whatever, you're telling me he made it through that whole parking lot without hitting anything else.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But
Okay, here.
No, here's the best part. Look at that.
How do you get in there?
You have to try to get in there, bro. He could have.
nah. There's some sus shit happening
Yo,
over
what
here.
the-
Bro.
Look at this. That's on purpose.
It's a hard right.
Bro, the guy actually had to be a pretty good driver to attempt this. Actually,
That's a difficult turn with a city bus.
He's like, I made the tough turn. Let me drive into this fucking daycare.
he had to be a pretty good driver to.
No.
pull
This is on
off.
purpose.
Unless this bus was one of those, the reserved city buses, like when they you can use them for certain.
Bro,
things,
half the
right?
bus is inside.
But
the
maybe he was
building.
driving forward and he just.
But even if you're driving forward, he doesn't have the runway. Like these buses are heavy.
You need to go fast.
Yeah, like he's
Like
trying.
look at the distance between the back of the bus and where you enter. It's
That's
the
what-
length of the bus.
That's what I'm saying. This guy was trying. He was at the end and just put down the gas and goes, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
This
This
is crazy.
doesn't make any sense.
The only thing that's possible is if he got out of the bus and like a brick went on the gas pedal or something fell on the gas pedal and it went alone.
But then that makes it even more suspect.
What I'm saying is it's either 100% deliberate or
100%
freak
deliberate.
accident of the thing locking. This is not an accident of I'm
Unless-
driving, I didn't see the school in front of me.
Pause it a second. Look, it looks like there's a slight downhill in there, right? It was in my eyes. Like
Yeah.
it's an incline. Maybe the bus was not being driven. Maybe it was like parked in the handbrake.
Also a
wasn't on.
possibility.
And it just
Also a
rolled in.
possibility
Because I
that
cannot
it
see for
slid.
the life of me how someone
But-
could come around that fucking cul-de-sac.
Or it
and
was in
come hard.
neutral and the
Yeah.
guy walked out and it's just the wheel started turning.
Or it was in
Oh,
neutral and he was
maybe.
masturbating.
Yeah, but there's no way it was.
'Cause he's
I
near
didn't see
daycare.
the school. It's impossible.
God damn.
That
Yeah.
is
That's some
fucking-
bamboozlage.
Where's George when he's not here? Good news stories.
Well, he's the
not
one who sent
good-
it in,
bad
so
news,
that's
but he
good
gives
for
us
him.
interesting things to discuss.
Yeah.
When he's here, he talks about politicking.
Politicking.
That's all he does.
Get
Big
rid of this?
politiker. What?
I get rid of this.
You get rid of it.
you
We
can,
saw it.
Yo,
that's a
so
terrible
I-
story. I hope all the kids are okay.
I have a question.
Well, we don't know all of them.
I said I hope all
What
the kids
is-
are okay.
What does C11 do exactly?
C11?
Didn't we-
Did you read up about it?
Yes.
Yeah, but we read up on this months ago.
You want me to
knew
give
it
you the
was-
cliff notes quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, quick.
It basically treats individual creators like you or me, or I mean, not you because you don't have your own channel technically, as though we were private entities
we're a broadcasting
who are
company.
broadcasters.
In the sense that in Canada, the broadcasting is governed by a body.
Okay.
It's called the CRTC.
Mm-hmm.
They're that's why CBC sucks, for example.
Yeah.
It's just
There's news
it's
about CBC too this
just
morning. eh?
propaganda. That's why it's just the propaganda arm of the government. Whatever the government pays, they're gonna fucking say. That's why a lot of the shows
Like the
suck.
Ministry of
that's,
Truth.
That's why the news is biased. They can't just openly say what they think or it's
Yeah.
what they're told to say. So and they're governed by the CRTC, so it's very easy for them to get fined and in trouble because you fall into that.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't. We were on the free internet, so we could investigate whatever we want, talk about whatever we want,
Except we were beholden to the
YouTube's,
private companies
yeah.
that host the streaming,
which is fine.
It's understandable.
Which is fine because that's the agreement you fall into. If you want to
Yeah,
use their service, that's
exactly.
fine. But they're not going to dictate what you can and can't say. Whereas now the government reserves the right to come in and say, "Oh, you're broadcasting."
You're not allowed to swear during
Yeah,
a daytime
and the
TV
craziest part is he wants it to
So they can fine you?
more than fine you. They could just they could ask Google or YouTube, let's say, to in Canada
not promote your content.
Not promote your content and not have people find you. So if you're Canadian looking for you in Canada and you have Canadian content that's critical of Trudeau, they can flip the switch and be like, Canadians shouldn't be allowed to see this. Which is something that the Saudis have done before, the Chinese do, and we used to make fun of them.
Chinese do it well.
The Chinese still do it. The Saudis do it too. There's stuff that you can't just see. Like even if you have the service, let's say you have Netflix or Google, you can't find that in that country.
Yeah, that's right.
And
You're
not
not
because
watching the L word.
Yeah,
in
not
Saudi
because
Arabia.
of licensing, but because they don't want it.
Yeah.
So what's fucked up about Canada is that in the Western world, this should never even be a possibility. People should have the right to look if it's not illegal.
Look, for
if it's
broadcasters,
not,
broadcasters, I understand why there should be some regulation, like for daytime television and swearing. Like I always understood that. I thought it was a bit much, but I got it. What really, the second part of this knife, because it's like a double-edged thing, right? Not only is everything he just said true, but also under the guise of promoting Canadian content.
Here's what's difficult.
Here's where it gets crazy. Let's say you like golf, okay? You love golf, but the best golf YouTube channels are Americans.
Yeah.
You don't care. You want to watch good golf stuff.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to get exposed as often to those great golf channels in the US. You're going to get pushed a Canadian macrame channel.
Even if it's not good.
Like your location based as a Canadian part of the algorithm, that bit of data will override your preferences.
Now here's the crazy
So you'll
part.
just get more Canadian content, which
that's-
in and of itself is not bad.
That's the low end of the iceberg because you're like, that's not that bad. The problem is Justin Trudeau, who was behind this stuff, him and his cronies, have trouble identifying what they consider Canadian. Here's the thing. So they keep saying that Canadian stuff. Have you heard this shit first? He's like, immigrants are not Canadian, then this is Canadian, you're not Canadian.
Who said that?
You don't remember with
Immigrants
Trudeau?
are not
Yeah, the
Canadian.
You remember that whole thing about the Portuguese and the Greeks and the Italians when he was doing his speech? He doesn't know what Canadian is.
No,
So
what is
he
this? I want to know
decides-
about this. What is this?
You saw, we already talked about this. Bring it up. Bring up that, type in Trudeau, Portuguese immigrants. He had this whole thing that he
I
had
don't
said.
remember this at all.
Yeah, he says stupid shit.
I mean, I know he says
Yeah.
stupid shit, but it's a lot of stupid shit. It's hard to remember all of it.
Yeah.
But this feels like
So-
it directly affects me.
But it does directly affect-
Portuguese, not Canadian.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Interesting.
It said
Weird
something-
group to pick on.
It's on Global News.
Yeah, he had said something weird, but he keeps saying weird shit like this. He keeps excluding certain people. So anyways, he's not... having him as the arbiter of what is Canadian is also crazy because in his... I don't know if he said it there because there's a Portuguese flag, but in his point of view, if you're against him, it's anti-Canadian.
Yeah.
That's part of being in the Western world is being against your
what's
government.
Canadian? The Cobra chickens. That's it.
He doesn't know.
I love the Cobra
Let's see if it's
chickens.
this one.
That's my
I
favorite meme.
Propose a toast to Canada, to Portugal, and to strong and
I don't think
enduring
it's this.
friendships. Please charge your glasses.
Charge your
Cheers.
glass.
What was the headline here,
Salud.
Poseidon?
Sorry?
What was the headline?
I didn't pay attention.
So why would you bring... Oh, I can't, bro.
It's fine. I'll find it on my
There's
own
no
time.
headline, actually.
Yeah, there is. It says,
always a
there's always a headline. What do you think? It's just an empty page?
It's under the video, actually. That's why I didn't
a-
notice it. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau toasts his counterpart in Portugal.
Yeah,
So it's
hold
not,
on.
it's not
So
that. Hold on.
clearly not that.
I'll find it for us now. But yeah, so you can continue describing Bill C11
Maybe it's
while I
on
do
Twitter.
this.
So the other issue
Twitter's
with
good for shit like this.
to speak inside your head. Another thing that C11 does, because of what I was talking about, how you're going to get more Canadian content, Canadian content will be pushed towards Canadian viewership, which means American channels and American users won't see as much Canadian content just by nature of the algorithm, which means we've lost a giant piece of the market. The US is huge.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to make a living off of ad revenue from only Canada? That doesn't make sense. So C11 is unclear about these things, how it's going to affect it. And that's why people are worried. Like, even some of the most safe in terms of like
I
what
just
they
see the,
say
it says I
channels.
have this. There's a Google search that says, "Why are there so many Portuguese in Montreal?"
That's a good question.
Somebody searched that. Like many people search that. That's
There's a lot
fucking
of them.
insane. Go on. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's unclear. It's vague. The language is vague. And you know, when a contract is vague or when these type of laws are vague, they're always vague in favor of the person who's writing them. Because it means they can later on interpret them. Like, this is not the Quran. We're not going to interpret it later. I want to know what it means now. I mean, yeah, that's it. It's scary. Like, some of the biggest channels that I follow that are safe channels, they never say anything controversial ever. They just like review gear. When C11 was first announced, they came out and they're like, yo, we can't allow this. Because they're going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue.
By the way, just Googling, Jesus Christ, I forgot
I
all
hope
the.
you guys are listening.
I'm sorry, dude. It's just I forgot all the shit that Trudeau's been doing for the past couple of years. You know, you forget because it's just one on top of another.
Yeah, I just forgot. I try not to remember.
Trudeau's apology to Italian Canadians must be viewed in context. Trudeau angers Italians. Trudeau apologizes to Italians for internment camps. Like I forgot
internment
about.
camps?
Yeah, bro, I forgot about all the shit that. God damn. Holy shit! And this is I gotta go to the name. This guy's had an adventurous run.
It's look, if you just take away for a second the fact that he's destroying our way of life, super entertaining.
What
to
is your
watch.
way of life?
What?
Hard to describe. What is your way of life?
The Canadian way of life.
He says it doesn't exist.
Okay, Greek Canadian way of life. Speaking of which,
Do you remember when he
yesterday-
said there's no Canadian identity?
I think I found it.
Do you remember that? You remember
I
that,
do,
Poseidon?
I do remember.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Remember when he said there is no Canadian identity? Remember we had this whole debate and people were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I would look. Identity in general is hard to pin down. It's one of those
But
things.
there is an American identity, a Canadian identity.
Yeah, it's something. It's a maple leaf and some Tims, right?
Oh, hold on. Trudeau compares Italian, Greek, and Portuguese communities to returning ISIS fighters.
Oh yeah, there's stuff like
What?
that. Let's listen to that one.
Yes, I want to hear that.
I'm telling you, this guy, we forget because the news cycle moves so fast, but he's had some awesome sound bites.
George should talk to him when they have
His
their next
tactic
brunch.
is have so many fuck ups you forget about other ones.
Yeah, he's just-
Shocking. It's shocking awe.
he's like, sir, the economy is in shambles. People are going, nah, bro, let's fuck something else up.
Have you seen these gyro eaters? Have you seen these gyro eaters?
What did he say here?
Oh, is that the red cap? I think it is. Okay.
Did he just make a MAGA joke? He did, huh?
Be nice. Diversity of views.
Ugh, yeah, look, he's condescending.
Excuse me?
He's condescending.
For coming in the first place. You know, I didn't think, it's a little heckling out here, so appreciate you coming. I just want to know
Where
how,
is it? Is it here?
Let him talk.
how your stance on ISIS is going to help Canadians in any way. I need to know how you're going to protect future Canadians, like my young daughter, and 10, 15, 20 years from now, when you're letting people in with an ideology that just does not
What an Alberta
conform
accent.
to what we're doing here.
Okay, that's a good question.
I'd really
Like, why are you letting returning ISIS fighters come in?
Absolutely. No, I think that's
Because the UK doesn't even allow you anymore, I think.
gives me an opportunity to talk about first of all, the fact that one of the reasons Canada is successful as a country is because we have been open to people fleeing persecution, fleeing war zones.
That's
Hold
not what he
on,
was asked.
hold on. That's not what you were asked. You're talking about returning ISIS fighters. They're fleeing a war zone.
They were the war people.
A war zone that became a war zone because they started a war. What the fuck kind of answer that? Go on.
I'm invested. I want to see where this is
Yeah,
going.
life for themselves and their kids. That's been the story of this country from the time the first European settlers came to be received by Indigenous people.
Did you catch
Received.
that, by the
The
way?
indigenous received the Europeans.
Oh, welcome.
Welcome. Murder us.
Oh, look it up. Look where I paused.
Did you catch how he pronounced settlers? Go back a little bit. He said it like
Settlers?
Andrew Tate, that fake accent.
Settlers?
Settlers.
Settlers.
Who got
Jesus Christ, bro. Does he listen to the question?
Fleeing
Persecution.
war
They were the
zones.
ones persecuting.
Listen.
Better life for themselves and their kids. That's been the story of this country from the time the first European settlers came to be
Settlers.
received by Indigenous people. People were fleeing.
There's people chuckling.
Yeah, people received, bro. The indigenous people, they're like,
They
yo, take
received
this.
that dick, all right.
Canada to build a better life for themselves, and successive waves of people have in every different time. And every
Okay.
different
He's a
way.
robot.
When we
You're just saying stuff now.
welcomed in, waves of refugees, whether it was the Ismaili refugees in the early 70s,
Ismaili.
whether it was the Vietnamese
Who are they?
people,
The Vietnamese boat people. He just said the Vietnamese boat people. This guy, yeah, go back. Go back.
Don't go so far back, right?
when we welcomed in waves of refugees, whether it was the Ismaili refugees in the early 70s, whether it was the Vietnamese boat people in the early 80s.
The vote people.
People
Boat.
fleeing
Boat?
the
Boat.
devastation of the
That
Second
is
World
VO
War,
with the
from
circumflex
Southern
T.
Europe.
Ismaili, does he mean Somali?
No, Ismaili was from Iran, right?
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
50s and 60s.
But wait, how does he not understand what ISIS is? Does he think ISIS
No,
is
he's not. He's going down another. He's answering a question he was never asked to avoid answering it.
the boat people is a funny way to describe someone.
The Portuguese communities and others.
They're from Uganda, the Ismailis.
Our country is so much the better for it.
Bro, what the fuck, bro?
Point that, okay, maybe now that's enough.
No, that's not what the guy said. Can you
That's not
pause
what
it?
he asked him.
That's not this fucking train wreck. I hate when people do this.
How old is this video?
This is gaslighting.
This
This
is
is
100%
gaslighting.
gaslighting,
This
yeah.
is gaslighting. He's just changing the subject. He's like, so you just don't like immigrants, huh? There's enough of them in here. That's not what the guy said. The guy said returning ISIS fighters. He didn't say Muslims. He didn't say Egyptians. He didn't say Syrians. He said returning ISIS fighters. And then you flip it around and you have all these morons and they're like, he's right. Why are you being mean to immigrants? That's not what the guy asked. The guy asked, why are you allowing people who we know went to fight for ISIS?
I know for a fact, like statistically, Edmonton, not as diverse as this little slice of the background behind him is.
It's very diverse, yeah. Is that in Edmonton? Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it.
Anyways, Poseidon, we've seen enough. He says more stupid shit like that. He compares the Greeks
I'm reading the book called The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli. All right, and the book explains how people like Trudeau, why they're fuck ups. What?
Nothing. Go on.
Why are you guys laughing?
No. Go on. Go on.
So the book explains.
The book explains.
You all have.
Is it written in that? Babaraboo.
Oh yeah, wow.
Okay, so you're reading Machiavelli.
I'm reading this book by Machiavelli.
So, is that why? So he became a prince, not through his hard work and his good deeds, but through his name and through
Trudeau.
his father's name, Trudeau.
Yeah.
So you've described nepotism. Go
Yeah,
on.
go on.
Yeah. So this is why this is happening. Is he's not actually
Fit for the job.
fit for the job.
We know this.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. You're right. We know this,
I'm
yeah.
an asshole because I started chuckling when he started saying it
Machiavelli.
because I forget that he
By the way,
doesn't know things.
On the bus
I should
thing.
be encouraging the learning.
That's
I
true.
should be.
Yeah.
On the ambulance thing, on the bus thing, George has just sent me a message. The SQ, that's the Sûreté du Québec. What would you equate that to? RFBI, I guess, Quebec FBI. Because Canada FBI
They're more
is
like
Canada FBI
like
are the
a
Mounties.
yeah.
Oh, the
fine.
state troopers.
No, Canada,
SQ is the state troopers.
Yeah, there you
state
go.
troopers, but
They're the
they're
marshals.
also our marshals too.
Yeah.
They're both.
So basically the state marshals have been called in. It's a criminal investigation.
They're like
I told you it
sheriffs.
looks
They're
suspicious.
sheriffs.
Oh,
yeah,
we
the
were
sheriff.
right.
It looks suspicious as fuck, bro. The SQ doesn't fuck
Well, no,
around.
the SQ's been involved because this was out of Montreal, and I think that part of Laval, once you get into the
No, the SQ.
suburban areas, it's the SQ's jurisdiction. There's no STL.
No, the
up
SQ
there.
has jurisdiction all over Quebec.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you rarely see the SQ doing much in Montreal. It's the local police.
The SQ is called in when there's something big. That's why he mentioned
Only?
this. He goes, the SQ, yeah, of course. The
Yeah.
SQs are, they're the
They're
marshals.
also fucking highway police, though.
They
They're
patrol.
also the highway patrol.
But that's what they are. That's what state troopers do. They patrol the highways because it's very
They're the
important.
provincial police.
I have a question. Can they stop you locally? So let's say you burn a stop
They
sign.
could do anything they want. The SQ.
But they probably won't. They won't stop you
That's
for
a
a stop
myth.
sign.
That's a myth of the cops are gonna stop driving if you go on the bridge or whatever. That's a myth.
No, I know that wasn't my
The
question.
SQ will
I was
not
just
stop
wondering-
you for a municipal infraction. They can, but they won't.
Okay.
They'll just call it in. You'll get nailed at the next corner.
If they
okay.
want to be dicks, they'll stop you. Remember the ticket I got that I wasn't allowed to contest when we were going to
Because
Val
it
d'Or?
was SQ.
It was SQ.
I was given an
We were
SQ
going to Val
ticket.
d'Or December
Yeah, I
of
remember.
2020.
You
I
can
want to
contest
say.
an SQ
21.
ticket. I've done it.
No, they fucked me over. First of all, there was wrong information on the ticket, right? And then you're supposed to contest. They send you a version in the mail, right?
Yeah.
I never got that version.
Okay.
I tried to contest the original one, didn't work. You need the version that comes in the mail. Okay.
I didn't get it.
Doesn't come in the mail. But what they do send me in the mail after is, it's past due. You can no longer.
You're basically
Yeah,
guilty.
Yeah,
when
you-
you get a ticket from the SQ, they do anything to fuck with you.
Yeah, so I was like, what the fuck? And then I told the guy that was supposed to fight it with me, the lawyer, and he goes, they do that sometimes to fuck around. So they didn't send you the thing that you could contest, probably because it was obvious that you were gonna, because they had the wrong. First of all, I wasn't speeding. All I did was make eye contact with the fucking guy, and I told him I'm driving. He's there. I'm driving with a bunch of cars. Sometimes your eyes lock. He's parked on the side. And I'm looking at him, and my eyes just stay with him because I saw him. And I said, and he gave me a dirty look, and I go to Poseidon. Poseidon, that guy's gonna follow us. I go, bro. We just had a weird.
You look suspicious.
We just had a
Look at
weird.
you.
We just had a weird stare
You're in a
down.
white hood.
So he pulls us over, and I knew it was for me. Obviously, as police, we pull over. The fucking guy's like, he starts saying that I was speeding. I go, I wasn't fucking speeding. Like I was going with everyone. Like there's a pool of cars.
Where
I go,
was this?
what's the reason?
Val
We're
d'Or?
going to Val d'Or. And then he's like, no, you were speeding, and I'm just like smiling. I go, this is crazy. Like I knew he was gonna stop me because we had a stare down, and then he followed me for a bit, and then stopped me, and then he gave me. It was the wrong location. Everything was wrong on the ticket. Like as if he missed someone earlier and decided to give me the ticket.
It's possible.
So then I said I was going to fight it. And then when I brought it to the guy, he says, you need the version that they're going to send you in the mail. I said, okay. We waited. Never came. I waited. He goes, yeah, maybe because it was during the COVID times. Maybe it's going to take a while. Nothing. The one that I got was, now you have to pay it or you lose your license. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Sneaky as shit.
I got pulled over on Cordelias in front of the cemetery there. Cordelias in Lucerne. You know what I'm talking about?
Find out if that's true, Poseidon, what they just wrote in the chat.
Yeah, I have a question, by the way. Yeah. If the local police, the Montreal police, is on the highway and you speed by them,
If they want, they could stop you, yeah.
oh, they could. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they have jurisdiction on the highway as well.
It's the jurisdiction on the highway belongs to the SQ.
The SQ.
They own the highways. But a cop's job, if they catch you, if they're not gonna be like, it's not my job, that car's on fire. Like if they want, they can stop you too. They can give tickets.
Yeah. Okay.
Why'd they give you a ticket? Because they're speeding.
So I got pulled over by an SQ officer in a traffic jam. Like I'm in traffic on Cordelias, waiting to get on the 40 West. You know where I used to live, around there.
You got off on the wrong thing.
No, I was coming from Xenospace. From
No,
the
but I'm
old
saying,
office.
why'd they pull you over?
No, I was just in the middle lane doing speed limit with a bunch of other cars.
No way.
And all of a sudden, I pass him. I look by. I see him. He sees me. Same situation. And he just turns right away. He just turns it on. I was like, huh. So I pull over, comes to the window, and in perfect English, didn't even speak to me in French. I was like surprised. He goes, you were speeding. I'm like, no. He's like, I saw you. I go, I know you saw me. I saw you too. He's like, okay. I go, was everyone speeding? He goes, no, just you. I go, so the 3 cars behind me and the 3 cars in front of me that have been with me for 3 kilometers, not speeding, just you. I'm like, okay, can I see the radar? He goes, I don't need radar to know you were speeding. I was like, all right, just give me the ticket because I'm going to contest it. He goes, you can't contest this ticket. That's what he told me. I'm like, sure I can. He goes, no, you can't. We get into this back and forth. I'm like, I absolutely can. Just give me the ticket. I'm not refusing the ticket. Give me the ticket. Gives me the ticket. I call the number that's on the ticket the same day. And I was like, listen, I got a ticket. I'm contesting it right now. Tell me what I need to do. Where do I need to go? And I went to an office of the, some guichet. I don't remember where it was. It was downtown, like near Blurry. They sent me to a guichet and like, you can go here and contest it in person. Because I've heard this story that they make it very difficult.
Yeah.
So I go there and I contest the ticket. A month later, I get the ticket at home saying it's not contested. So I call them like, listen, I went in person. I have all this documentation saying I contested the ticket. You're now telling me that I'm past due. They're like, yeah, you're past due. I'm like, so what about this documentation that I have? They're like, well, sir, I can't see that documentation. I go, I understand that. I can bring it to you, though. He's like, okay, bring it. So I go back to this office. I bring it. I show it. They're like, yeah, this is legit. I'm like, cool. They're like, but you still have to pay the ticket. I'm like, no, but I'm contesting the ticket. They're like, no, you're guilty because you missed. I go, but look at the dates. This is your stamps.
Oh, wow. I never.
Back and forth. They're like, someone will contact you. I forget about it. 3 years go by. I go to the city of Montreal to pay a parking ticket. And they're like, you have this weird SQ ticket for like $900. I'm like, $900? It was like a $180 ticket. I was like, that's weird. They're like, but don't pay it. I'm like, why? They're like, it has like a weird
Are
number.
you sure? Because the story's fucked
Listen,
up for one
they go,
reason.
it has a weird number
They don't
on
let
it.
it go up that much. Normally, the minister gets involved and they send you a letter if you haven't paid it.
I understand
And they say they're going
I've
to
had an
suspend your
SQ
license.
ticket before. So I call the SAC and I go, do I have any flags on my license? They're like, no, everything's clean. I go back to the city of Montreal. I go, can you print out that thing for me with the number? There's this weird code. I go on the SQ's website for the violation code. It's like 3 codes jammed together. Like it's clearly a typo. So I'm like, fuck. So I call a lawyer that I know and I ask. He's like, I'll look into it. A month goes by. He calls me, goes, you don't have a ticket. I was like, what do you mean? The ticket's gone. I never went to court. I never got another email. I never got another letter. I never produced any fucking documentation as to why I was contesting. It's just gone. It's honestly the strangest thing I've ever experienced with a ticket in Montreal. Part of me feels like one day I'm just going to get pulled over and there's going to be a warrant for my arrest.
Yeah, by the way, because of what the guy just said, William Demers.
Naked people?
Apparently, no. We spoke to cops. And I've even asked in the audience when there's cops too. Apparently, those are myths. A cop, if they want, they'll stop you. If they see you doing something, they're not going to signal to find it. They'll fucking hunt you down or they'll even pull you over. It's just, it's very rare that it happens. But they'll do it. That's what they said.
Yeah, no.
I never even looked at all the time if it's always SQ or if it's regular cops. But yeah, they just won't go out of their way. It's if it's obvious, they're gonna.
Yeah.
They're lazy. Yeah. We're all lazy. We're all trying to get by.
Or
with
maybe when they
little
pull you over, they have to call an SQ guy to give the ticket. Maybe it's that. But they could pull you over. Apparently, cops could pull you over anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Did you fucking gulag me? You piece of shit. He gulagged me. He gulagged me in the chat.
Good. I like your style.
Thank you.
Take off your glasses, bro.
I like them.
It's not good for. I like them. No one can
When I
see you.
see him
It's
like
not good
this,
for your eyes to
he
hold
looks-
them
he
inside
looks
that
like
look.
Asian right now.
They're $20 glasses.
No, put your glasses back on. He looks like an Asian guy, right?
What does the $20 have to do with
They're
it?
$20. They don't have like real lenses. Like it's fine.
No, but why would you stay in it? Because your
They
eyes
don't have
work harder
real
when it's
lenses.
dark.
They have
Oh,
lenses.
they do? That means if they work harder, that means my vision is getting better.
That's not
No,
how that
you're
works at all.
tiring
Yeah, you're
out.
tiring out your eyes.
Not great, huh?
Yeah.
You guys want to rephrase that? How he's grown?
So wait,
What about this naked bus driver? Is that real?
I don't know, because like at night, like let's say someone's working the mines.
Yeah.
When they come out of the mines, they're like, "Yo, I have supervision." They come out like this because their eyes hurt because they were strained.
But don't
they
pirates
immigrated
hold on.
here for a better life. That's why they're in the mines. That's
But
why their eyes are like that.
Don't pirates cover up one eye?
That's because they don't have an eye.
No, they used to cover up one eye, so that in the dark they could see better from
No,
that
so
eye.
they can look like hard ass motherfuckers who lost an eye in a battle.
Is that
Sorry, I should have seen the other guy.
Is that what you're going with? Some kind of weird cartoon pirate logic?
That's what I heard. That's what they told us at
Yeah.
school too.
That's what I told you. Yeah. So you know, what school did you go? You know, pirates.
Evangeline.
You know, well, that's why. You know, pirates. That's what they told you.
The
Pirate.
SS Evangeline.
Pirate lore. That
I
was part of the
swear to
curriculum.
God, I swear
you know
to
that
God.
pirates also.
What grade was that?
Even though they had sometimes enough treasure to live a beautiful, wonderful life as fucking kings,
Mm-hmm.
they would bury it in ways that they couldn't even get it back.
Yeah.
These aren't smart people, bro.
No, not. I miss Oak Island. That show back yet? That was a fun show. Let's spend 32 seasons digging a 10-foot hole.
This is great. I don't need depth perception.
Have you ever tried to drive with one eye?
Huh?
Have you ever lost like a contact or anything while driving where you have to use one eye more?
Bro, I've driven with almost no eyes. The stuff that I've driven with just blur, just a
All
blur.
that time, you were on the podcast.
and I'm trying to make sure for the life of me just keep an extra distance, and people are
Yeah.
honking in the back because there's
Why
no
were
way
you
I'm gonna
blind?
react.
When Chris
So-
blinded you?
No, Chris Ramsey, he was driving when I got blinded.
okay.
I think it was more for my contacts sometimes get blurry, like they dry out.
That happens to me too.
It's happened to me. It's happened to me that I lost contacts, but I had to get home.
You don't
It's not
keep a spare?
No, not in the car. I should.
I lost once.
But this summer, I think I'm gonna go do LASIK.
Really?
Yeah.
Christopher told me not to do it.
Well, of course he told you he's an optometrist.
Yeah, but I don't buy glasses from him. I buy contacts, and not even.
Me too. I
from
buy
him.
contacts from him.
I'd still need eye exams. He won't lose money. Christopher has the same
No,
prescription.
no,
as
I'm
me.
not saying for
No.
money. I'm saying his whole job is taking care of people's eyes.
Yeah.
That job doesn't exist. People can just walk in, zap, and we don't need him anymore, bro. Of course he's gonna say no to laser.
LASIK is not a permanent solution forever. Your eyes still change after.
LASIK is a fucking pretty permanent solution, bro.
Not after 35, my friend. You're gonna need reading glasses soon, anyways.
How come? Yeah, but you can need
Getting
reading
older.
glasses.
Yeah, I'm
but-
just saying
but
your
how-
eyes will change.
Because I know people who have had LASIK for years.
do I.
Yeah, and older people too. Even Mike got LASIK. Mike got LASIK
yeah?
years ago. Yeah, when it
Oh,
was a
shit.
new thing, when it was a testy thing. Yeah, it
Just
works.
did it? Yeah, I know. I know a lot of people who did it, but
Viron did it
Yes, I know.
years ago. I remember because I'm the one who picked him up.
He had to wear those special sunglasses though for a while.
Yeah, and now it's not like that anymore. Now I called
you
him.
just have to for like a day. You have to keep yourself out of the. bright light.
I called him and I said, so what's the process? I gotta take some days off. I can't work. And she's like, no, it's like a half hour. You come in, we laser your eyes, and you walk out. I go, do I need someone to drive me? She's like, no.
Yeah,
I was like,
Really?
what? Yeah. I was like,
How
this is
strong is
crazy.
your
The
prescription,
technology
though?
has
It's pretty strong.
evolved.
It's a minus 4.5, I think, minus 3.5, something like that.
That's not that strong. Not bad. I mean,
Thank you.
how do you what's your vision without contacts? Like, could you read the eye logo on you?
Without
From my
contacts,
distance.
basically everything from my hand and further, I can't see. It's all blurry.
Oh goddamn.
Oh, really?
That's intense.
That to me sounds like a dream. I'm -7 and -6.75, so my hand is here. Everything beyond this point, I can't read.
But what's fucked up in my eyes is, you know how people can't read up close?
yeah, I can.
Bro,
Super right
the
here.
tiniest letters, bro,
Yeah.
you have them
Right
here.
here.
I'll
like having
read
a little-
paragraphs.
it's like having special
People are like, I
magnifying
can't read
glasses.
this. Everything. Ba, 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 ba,
You
ba.
just throw your glasses up. You're like, oh yeah, let me just enhance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blind as a bat. My daughter needs glasses. We found out.
But because
last
everyone's
week.
different. Some people.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I can't read from up close.
Oh, I read everything.
Because your hyperfocal,
Jesus.
your hyperfocal distance is correct.
Yeah, exactly. You're not. I don't think you're supposed to be able to read that.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm not. I'm not special in a good way. I'm special in a way.
My favorite. when it's like Daredevil. He's so blind, other things are getting better.
Yeah.
My favorite
I
thing
have,
that makes me laugh, I wake up in the because Anna has bad eyesight too, right? Like mine, similar. And in the morning, I'll wake up. She'll be up before me, and she's like on her phone, right? Because so it's like dark, and I just see this little face.
Okay, I swear to God, I used to see people when I worked at Telus and Alexis Nan. I used to see people walk around with their phone, and they used to do stuff like this.
You're like, how can they see?
I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, bro?
Oh, that's because they can't see far at all. No, but
Yeah.
like this, that's because you can't see far.
That's
but I'm talking about like
nearsightedness,
this. It's supposed to be blurry. I'll read it.
Yeah, but they were like this. They were like,
That's because they're nearsighted. That's
Yeah.
different. No, but Pantelis saying that he can read from here.
Yeah.
But he can also put it right here and read a tiny letter
Yeah,
if he
exactly.
needs to. Like with my
but the
contacts, I
second,
can't
but the
focus.
second you go a bit further than I'm not wearing anything,
Blind.
it's just a blur.
I was driving back.
Is that a cell phone or a gun? I don't know. I'm shooting.
I have only.
I dropped my dad off. He asked me for a ride. I drop him off somewhere. I leave. I get on the 15 right near where you live. I'm about to get on the highway, and I'm like, sneeze. When I sneeze, I look up. I'm like, why can't I see? One contact just went out. I'm like,
Oh my
and it's
God.
never happened.
Oh
And I'm
my
on the
God.
highway already. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't tell depth.
We're
And the thing
pirating
is-
this bitch.
By the
Yeah,
way,
I pirated
you
it
should
the
never
whole-
fall asleep with contact lenses, bro. I watched a
used to
video on
sleep
YouTube.
But you don't have to say that. That's like
for
bro.
years.
You know, you should never stab yourself. Like we
You're talking
understand.
about that woman, that disgusting woman with the 40 contacts in her eye.
No.
I don't know how she didn't realize.
She's an
I
idiot.
saw another dude, bro. He accidentally took a nap. He passed out from exhaustion with a bro. The guy almost lost his eye, bro.
Look, I've been wearing contacts since I was about 15 years old.
I've fallen asleep with when I was younger.
I used to wear one pair of dailies per month for years. Okay, I don't suggest it. It's not good for you.
No.
But it never did any real damage. My optometrist has checked. Like
No,
now
I
take
never
them
had
off.
that. The only thing that happened to me was once I remember I had fallen. It's rare. I take them off at night, but I use monthlies.
Yeah, that's right.
I
And I got me new
remember-
ones now. They're really fucking good.
If your eyes dry out too much, they're hard to take out the next day.
You know the trick, right? There's a magic trick. I'll teach it to you right now. You pull a nose hair out. Your eyes will instantly water. The contact will come out right away.
I didn't have to do that far. You just put some solution in your eye.
If you don't have solution, sometimes you don't have solution.
What is the solution?
By
The
the
nose
way-
hair. Ding, ding.
By the way, when I removed the thing from my eyelid,
Oh, you went?
that I had, yeah.
You got them both out?
No, I have to go for the right one. I have
Wait,
to
hold
call
on.
them
Before you
back.
go for
What
the right
are
one,
they?
can you? There's thighs. Can you try
thighs.
something so you don't go do an operation?
Yeah, but they're too hard now.
Tea bags.
Can you try something?
Yeah, I have the eye patches. It's like a sleeping thing. You warm it up in
Just
the
at home.
microwave.
But you don't know what he's gonna say.
13
Yeah, I'm
seconds.
watching him. I'm watching him. I'm waiting to hear what he's gonna say.
No, you don't. He doesn't know what you're gonna.
I know.
say.
That's why I'm watching to
okay.
see where he's going with this because I keep saying something.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go
of
ahead.
contact
Colloidal
lenses.
silver.
What the fuck?
Just buy colloidal silver. Put colloidal silver drops.
I've heard that before. But
Really?
Yeah, it works.
Oh.
Yeah, even the dentist from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I heard him mention it because they were making fun of someone that got a sty. When the guy's like, yeah, we have a sty. It's like, everyone in your house does this? Yeah. It's just because of dust. Like, everyone in your house is because you're fucking dirty. So they were joking around. And then he's like, we have to do it. And he goes, you could just put colloidal silver. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, me. That's what happened to me every time you
This is in the show?
You feel a sty growing. No, this is a podcast.
Oh, okay.
And he
I
was talking
like,
about
what
it.
the-
And then I go, what the fuck? And then it made me so curious because of him. So I started looking at it. I went
Colloidal
online.
silver
And yeah,
is
people
useful, yeah.
Hold
colloidal
on. So
silver.
you're telling me
You know what colloidal
I could have
silver
just
is?
used. No, I don't know
It's
what
silver
it is.
that's been harvested from the colon of a human being.
Good.
So yeah.
Just the way I like it.
Colloidal silver.
But hold on. So you're telling me there was a simple solution, but after 8 appointments with eye doctors, bro, they did eye tests on me that I didn't even need. I asked them, bro, at some point I went to the eye doctor. They're just doing tests. They're putting eye drops in me. They're just doing tests. They're
Look,
like,
it's
okay.
right here. You can
They're
see
like,
it.
read this, read that, read this, read that.
I'm not
Here,
blind.
man.
I have a sty.
Bro, like all these fucking tests.
Yeah.
And then, bro, eventually I got pissed off.
Welcome to socialism, bitch.
And I told them, I go, why am I doing all these tests? And she goes, no, so we can see if your vision changes before and after the operation.
Well, wait, hold on. That actually makes sense. They're doing
Yeah,
baseline.
yeah, it makes sense. Hold on.
For a sty, come on. bro.
They remove the sty.
Come on, bro.
And they go, okay, now you're good to go. Wait until, wait like an hour.
they didn't
then
test you
remove it.
after to see
They
it.
didn't even test me.
But they
after.
wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it
I don't know now if it's too hard for it, but start putting colloidal silver. Bro, you could buy it for $12
Yeah,
on
it's not
Amazon.
expensive. My daughter had
I have
a
it at
rash,
home.
and someone told me to get it for her. And we
Bro,
just
I
never did.
asked, is there no drops for this? And they're like, no. There's
My
no
mom
fucking
has been getting styes for years because she wears makeup, obviously, so it gets them in the eye. And she gets them in the winter, especially. And she has some drops that she uses. They go away.
Here. I don't know if it was a sty, but last week there was like a under my eye here.
see.
It felt like a pimple. No, it's not there anymore. I
have
used
one on the
colloidal
other side
silver.
now.
Now I have one here, so I'm going to use colloidal silver.
Did this guy give you something? Is that what's happening?
No, I
I'm
think
not
it's
touching
just
anything you guys
It
are
drying.
touching.
happens. Me, I stuck my entire finger under my eyelid because there was
a hair.
a hair.
I've had that happen.
So I was getting very like I was doing this and when it
Scratching.
got out, and then I
must
just,
have opened
I
the
got
pore a
I
bit,
got
yeah.
pissed off. I did this. I grabbed my eyelid and I just shoved my finger there and I fucked around. I shouldn't have
The
done
worst
that.
is when I trim my beard and I'll get like a thick beard hair that catches my eyelash, sorry. And I'm like, fuck, please don't go in. And once it happened and it got fucking poked into my eyelid.
I hate that shit.
My dad, I call my dad, I go, get upstairs, bring the tweezers, wash everything, let's do this. And Anna's like,
Yeah, it's too uncomfortable. You need it out.
well, you can't do it yourself.
When something's stuck in your
It wasn't
eye,
uncomfortable, it was painful. It was like stabbing me in the eye.
bro, but you're a pussy, bro. You're very sensitive.
Yeah,
bro.
you are
There's a
pu-
fucking
you are a
hair
bit
in your
of a
eye, bro.
pussy.
Calm down.
Bro, my beard hairs, when they like hit my skin, if I shave in the shower, they fucking go in like splinters. My
Yeah, that's
beard
'cause
is.
you have-
this
You're the
is man
bumble boy.
beard. This is man beard. It can fucking pierce Kevlar.
I'm sorry, bro.
Stop yelling about how I got stabbed by hair. You guys don't know what it's like being a thug out there. Like, calm down, bro.
I didn't choose the hair life. It chose me. But I'm not like crying about it. I'm just saying it happens.
I know.
That's insane. How do you get stabbed by hair, bro? How soft is your skin?
Ask your barber.
But now.
Yo, ask your barber. He'll
Yeah.
tell you they get splinters from hairs, from beard hairs.
I'm sure
It's
you get
common.
splinters.
It's super common.
You get
If
splinters.
you have if you have Asian man wispy beard like that, no, it's not gonna
No, you
happen.
can't get a
Mano,
splinter.
Mano has never said anything about
Why
this.
would
But why would he randomly say that?
wait? Say what? What did you mean? Hold
That
on.
he got a splinter from a beard.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
But
saying
that's
he's
a
never
random
said-
thing to throw
yeah,
out
it's
there.
like, oh, bro, I got a
that's true.
splinter.
Like, do you randomly tell
Like, have
people
I ever
I
told
have
you-
diarrhea? Like, why would you? It's
I do,
random.
actually.
Yeah, he does. That's true. Have
does
I ever
text me
told
that.
you I had a hair splinter before? No. We're talking about it. It came up. We're on a podcast. I mentioned it.
How do you get a
Worst news show ever. We haven't done any news except for the bus.
That's the biggest news happening.
Yeah.
Did we find out if the bus driver was in fact naked?
I could not find
you
anything.
could not
He was
find
just
it?
joking.
Oh, I hope
Yeah.
so.
He was
That's
just yoking. Because
joking.
that's a criminal investigation for sure.
Well, the SQ is on site.
That's so crazy.
Let's see. Do I have any other news that I had looked for?
Jorge wrote, damn, Poseidon fingering your eye after fingering your ass is a big no-no.
I mean, is he
That's-
wrong?
That was my issue.
So the Rogan canceling, that's good. Oh, also sports news. LeBron James, as of last night, became the highest scoring NBA player in the histories.
LeBron James.
Yeah,
Okay.
which it was. It's pretty like, it's very impressive.
Really?
Thousands of points, beat Kareem, beat like just. It's crazy.
Still not better than Michael Jordan.
Well, points wise, he is. That's the thing. He scored more points than anyone else.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to stir up shit.
It's not working.
I'm
But,
not seeing any other interesting news worth talking about. There was that whole thing. Have you been watching Last of Us or no?
Yeah, I watch. I've seen every episode so far. I think.
Did you catch the weird Twitter backlash about that third episode? Did you catch
The
any
gay
of that?
episode.
Shapiro, Ben Shapiro. He came out and he made a whole fucking very Ben Shapiro episode about it. A bunch of other podcasts covered it.
It was gay.
It was a very gay episode, sure. But
I don't
like,
feel like it belonged in a series about in the third episode of a series about zombie survival. Two dudes fucking each other for an hour didn't belong there, but it's their show. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, of course. But people were hailing it as the greatest hour of television in the last 10 years. I was like,
Seems
look,
gay.
I don't care about the gay episode. I mean, it was a fine episode. It was well acted. I mean, it didn't advance.
Fucking Nick Offerman, baby.
Offerman, yeah, fucking gay Ron Swanson, as Shapiro called him. But
I love
that was
Offerman.
just a very mediocre hour of television. Like, it was
Yeah.
good, but it wasn't. Like, the first episode was gut-wrenching, the first act.
It was a zombie movie.
I just mean what happens in the first act.
Yeah.
Tasso wrote, he's very pro-gay agenda here, Tasso. Third episode ruled, would two women fucking belong, or a man or a girls?
Well, no, even two women fucking for an hour would still be stupid. It's a zombie. You're watching it to see
Guys,
survival
let's
stuff.
Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's call it for what it is. It is a very nice human story, very well acted, well produced. But as a part of a larger story, they spent an hour developing characters who we will never see again.
No.
Who, sure, we know why.
No, but also, just, I'll give you an
but who
example.
cares?
Let's say Star Wars, right? You're there for like the fucking lightsabers and all that battle. If they focused on some trivial, there's an hour on a fucking on a planet, they're doing a farm heist and they're stealing sheep. After 30 minutes, you're like, I get it, it's a fun heist story, but I tuned in for fucking starships and you know what I mean, galactical
Like,
shit.
it doesn't even change my context for the show. Like, you could have just had a throwaway line of like Joel saying, "Excuse me, oh yeah, he was a prepper. They just died. They lived a happy life. It's hard in the apocalypse, but you should still be happy." And then like you move on.
You could
Like,
show
there
the
was
love.
really-
Me, it was just I felt like it dragged on too long because after 20, when the credits rolled after they had left, that's when I was like, wait, nothing happened.
Look, they got a bunch of stuff. It was a nice story that they got to live their lives, but like at the same time, that's not what I signed up for.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Even
what I'm
if
trying
it
to
was
tell
a
you.
man and a woman, that story, it would have still been pointless. And if
That's
it
what
was
I'm
a
saying.
man and a woman, no one would have said it was the greatest hour of television.
That's true too.
Nobody would have cared.
Yeah.
But like,
Nor should
are
they.
we still there? Like, you show a gay love story, people are like blown away. No,
They're not
We're,
blown away. People
20
are-
years post Brokeback.
They're not
like, who
blown away.
cares?
Just a lot of people think that they can't say when something is mediocre if it's gay or if it's something, because then they're going to be looked at as phobes. I'm of the school of you just say the truth. And the truth is, whether you like it or not.
It was fine.
It was just fine. It was mediocre.
fine.
It wasn't bad. I did feel bad for them. I felt good too that they got to die together. But I felt...
people who said it was super sad, I'm like, it wasn't sad.
It was
a
super
beautiful
sad. No, it was-
story.
yeah, they lived their lives.
It was the opposite of sad.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the world ended and these guys lived a great life.
Years.
together.
Yeah.
They
It's just,
died together.
I felt like I wanted more Last of Us, like more zombie shit. This
More
and
Joel.
That. Yeah.
Did you see the fucking
But there was
SNL
more gay
sketch?
sex.
There was some gay sex, yeah.
There was. I
Well,
mean,
it's two gay guys. I'm
yeah.
assuming they're gonna have gay sex.
two surly gay guys.
But you know what the best part about all this is I don't think Offerman's gay.
Not that I know of.
He played it well. I'll tell you why. Because at the beginning of the episode, I had no
was
context.
closeted.
No, I had no context. It was 9
Offerman is the
o'clock.
guy
We're watching. Over there with the wife. And this is before they started hitting on each other, whatever. I go, this guy's gay. I go, they're both gay. And then my wife thought, I was just saying,
the exact same thing happened.
my wife
at
thought,
house.
like, are you joking? Just calling people gay? I go, no, I'm not derogatory. I'm saying they're gay.
When did you call gay?
Before the guy took a shower, and then the guy went to leave the clothes and was being awkward. And I'm like, do you not see what I see? Like, the way I saw it was like he wasn't sure. Like, do I like it was?
He was nervous.
Yeah, but it was a weird type of nervous. Like she's like, no, he's nervous. He's gonna kill him. I go, nah. It seems gay. That's what I said. I go, that's the way they're acting. So then when it was obvious, she's like, how the fuck? Because this was 9 o'clock. It wasn't like there was previews out or anything. It's
Nothing.
like, how? And I go, that's how good of a fucking actor he is. He wasn't just, I'm just gonna go through the like he was thinking. What would a guy in this position? He hasn't seen someone else that he's attracted to in
been like
years.
4 or 5 years,
He
too.
finally sees someone. He's a good-looking guy. He's nice, like all that. Like,
The second
give
he-
credit to this motherfucker, bro.
The second
That
he
is
got out
good
of
acting.
The fucking hole,
Yeah.
right? And
You know how good acting that is? Like he got in the
Swanson
skin.
does this thing with the gun when he first sees him fully standing up. I look over at Anna and I go, he's a closeted homosexual. She's like, no, he's a prepper. I'm like, he's also a closeted homosexual. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, wait.
Closeted.
Then it was just his facial reaction. It was like he elevator scanned him, like up and down. Then he got nervous. I was like, that's subtle. I like that.
And he said something
But
about the
then
letter.
it got less subtle. Like, it was so cliche. They were such cliched gays.
After,
he's
yeah.
pouring the wine. I'm like, okay.
After, but
they're
in
gonna
the-
bone. And I was like, no, he's just very. I'm like, no, they play music and he's got
and-
the wine.
No, then it
They're
started
gay.
to become over. But in the beginning, he was just doing little subtle,
wasn't overt, it was
nervous things. He was very he was.
I've known gay guys who aren't cultured. Not all gay guys are super cultured
I don't know what you're talking about. Why does that bother you that they're cultured?
because they overplayed it.
I don't think they overplayed it. I think they didn't seem
Not
overtly.
the acting. No.
No,
the
I mean
writing was overplayed.
No, but even the writing, I felt like people. There was a lot of stuff that they liked that I like. There was a lot of stuff they liked that I know people who like. There was nothing crazy about what they were doing. It's just it was his. That's why instead of focusing on the fact that it was an hour of non-zombie, if we're gonna give
I
credit,
love an hour of non-zombie and a zombie show. I'm okay with
if
that.
we're no, but not third episode. It's starting out, bro. Bring us in there.
Fair.
But if we're gonna give
What are you
credit to
laughing
something,
about?
you have to give credit to Offerman's acting because he wasn't just reading a script.
I always
Like
enjoyed his acting.
he went into the fucking character because to give little hints like that before you know, and if he's not gay, it's not easy to do. in this show.
Gay time.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
was good.
No, I look. I like
Good
the
acting.
Last
It was
of Us
just
so far.
stupid. It was just stupid that it felt shoehorned in. Like let's do a gay. That's why I don't like.
No,
but the fact that
I
it was a
have no
good,
issue with
well-made
that.
episode, it was. The whole series so far
My
has
only
been well made.
issue
Dudes
is
are
with
review bombing it.
Huh?
Dudes are review bombing.
You should review
you
bomb it
shouldn't use the
because
term review bombing because when people don't like something and they give it a bad review,
Oh, yeah, that's not
just
review bombing. Yeah.
like people use that term as
Yeah.
if it's a weapon.
You're right, actually.
yeah,
Of course
review
I'm right.
bombing. The way it started was when fake reviews would come out. So like the mainstream media would put out, like IGN would put out a 9 for something that was a 6 because they got paid. Remember all that shit that came out with
yeah.
Gamergate? And then people were like, fuck this. And they would put the real scores and drop it. But what's happening now is some people don't like it. They're allowed to. But the critics, maybe they're overdoing it. They're saying it's an 11 on 10, okay? But it is a good episode and it is a good show. I'm just saying it felt forced because like it's episode 3, guys. It should come later.
If it was later, I mean, I understand that in this context it couldn't have been because they're using the game, right? So they come into contact with them.
Yeah,
early.
yeah.
And it kind of explains how. First of all, I loved watching how prepared he was. I was like, this guy's amazing.
I should have my father watch it. I should have him watch it.
He's gonna lose it as soon as the
Last
gay
of
guys
Us-
happen.
The
The gay
Last
sex
of Us,
happens.
get him invested from the beginning because it's a different zombie movie. 3rd episode, bro. He's gonna lose.
Because if it was
And
like
then
a
just
fifth
tell him,
episode, sure,
bro,
yeah.
it's not gay, it's the apocalypse.
If you're if you're 5 episodes into the story arc and they're giving you some context of what's happening with other people's lives, sure. And I have no issue with the episode. I think it was a fine episode. My only issue was with how people praised it.
Yeah.
For no reason.
But there you go.
Like the only thing Tasso says that I kind of agree with, he goes, Offerman offset the cliches. He's right there.
Offerman was
He
amazing.
did. I really
Offerman was fucking
enjoyed it.
amazing.
He was on that documentary about swear words with Nick Cage.
If he gets, are they up for Emmys or Golden Globes?
Golden Globes.
HBO shows. Golden Globes?
Globes, no? Oh,
thought-
no, Emmys.
Because if he's up for an Emmy, supporting actor like in a show or whatever, god damn Offerman, if he wins
gets
it,
yeah. He
if he wins it, he deserves
Every
it,
time
bro.
this man is on screen, I always enjoy his acting.
I enjoy Ron Swanson, yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoy Ron Top, but I'm saying this little things they did like that to get into the character. Like I said, I knew, and he's not like if somebody's gay and he comes off as gay normally, it's different, but he's not. So the fact that he played so well, he's not overtly doing it, and I knew, and other people didn't. Like my wife's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
There was my gaydar went off.
Yeah,
but I wasn't sure.
But he's not
what it
gay in
was.
real life. That's what I'm saying. So he's such a
great
good
actor.
actor.
Yeah.
We have to give him fucking
Agreed,
credit.
100%.
So Ben Shapiro was mad at.
Ben Shapiro was mad because they were gay, basically.
Well, people
I
are
mean,
gay.
that was
bro.
my takeaway from the video. I watched it. He made some funny because like
People are gay, bro.
I
It
don't
happens.
really like Shapiro, but it amuses me to watch him. He gets so worked up. I'm like, what a nerd.
I don't mind
Go
Shapiro.
and buy some fucking lube for your wife's
Look,
vagina.
I think the real
I don't mind
reason-
Shapiro, but because he's a nerd. He doesn't have any ill intent. He's just very nerd. It's just
I think
sometimes.
sometimes he does have.
Sometimes you have no. He doesn't have ill intent. Sometimes he doesn't have ill intent. He's just a nerd. So some stuff.
he is a fucking.
Some
nerd.
stuff doesn't need to be analytical. Some stuff is emotional.
Yeah.
So if you
But
go,
he's a robot, so he
but
doesn't
that's
have
the
that.
thing. If you go by the robotic stuff, art and love and things like that are always gonna escape you a bit. You need to have an opening.
Someone just
for
brought up
the variables.
No, I agree with you 100%. But also
I
for
think
me,
what-
the fact that Shapiro is so religious, that's where he loses me. Like I can't relate to him.
It's weird being that religious and robotic at the same time because you think one would cancel out the other.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
anyone who's very, very religious, like I respect everyone's right to be religious. I have friends who are very religious. Ali, for example. It's still, there's always a part of me that's always like, not put off by it, but it slightly makes me uncomfortable. Because I'm not, and I just
You are,
can't.
though.
Religious.
Very.
I'm religious.
Yeah.
Go on.
You pray to the altar of cinema.
I don't play to any
Yeah,
altar.
you pray to the altar of cinema. You have your gadgets that you love, that you get excited for, people that you look up to.
Those are tangible
the
things.
icon. So, those tangible, but there's stuff that are not tangible that you see and you feel and you love it. You respect that and you feel a certain way. Everyone has something that
I
you're
only
drawn to.
worship one God, the God of chaos,
Yeah.
which is the
But-
God of art.
No, we all. It's just that different religions or different belief systems have different rule sets, and some for
Mine
guys
is
like
not-
me and
what
you,
you're describing for me is not faith.
for guys like me and you, some are too hard to get into. Like I can't get into like the rules and the you can't do this. I'm more in the freedom, but there
No,
are
I
stuff
don't
that
mean
you
that stuff I
that
can
you
understand.
value, and there's definity in it. There's stuff in
Look,
cinema.
I'll give you an example of
that you
something that
put
made
on a
me-
pedestal that me and you will probably put on a pedestal that other people will
As
be
an
like,
accomplishment.
"Are you fucking no, not stuff you've done, stuff that you see or
No,
stuff
as
that
an
other."
accomplishment for humanity. Like, wow, that's an altar.
But that's
Like
how people.
Schindler's
But
List.
that's how people.
sure, like,
But that's how people see religion too.
It's like talking to my 6-year-old. It's
That's how people
amazing.
see religion too. This guy died for all our sins. This guy did this. This guy told chicks, "Shut the fuck up." Like this, you know, like
yes,
yeah.
support
Like
that,
they
man.
have different
I
reasons.
don't think the two things fall into the same part of the human experience. Like they're different. They're
Everything is
thematically and they're it's not even apples to oranges. It's apples to broccoli. What
Oh
you're
yeah,
saying.
the SNL Pedro Pascal. No, I'm
Fucking-
saying you
have
believe
you
in
seen
something.
it?
It's apples. No, you believe in something.
I
There's
believe
rituals
in
that you do.
I believe in us, like that we can do stuff or
By
we
the
can fuck
way,
everything up. That's it.
You can be spiritual without religion as well.
Agreed. Fine.
That's-
but here's
yeah.
an example. I walked into my tabajou to buy tobacco at Rockland. Yeah, you know which one.
I know which one.
And the lady goes, "Oh, inshallah, Bismillah, did you see?"
What?
I was like, "What? Turkey."
Oh yeah, that's sad, bro.
I was like,
Yo.
I saw-
That's news.
She
Forgot to
goes,
mention.
But not only Turkey, Syria. And like she was way more concerned about Syria, I could tell. I was like,
Understandable.
I was like, "Are you Syrian?" She's like, "No, I'm Assyrian." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're Assyrian?" She goes, "No, I'm Assyrian."
Assyrian,
Like
yeah.
from Babylon. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And so we talked because I didn't know. I always thought she was Syrian or Lebanese.
I don't know why you're mad at the lady. So far, she said nothing wrong.
Wait. And then she goes, "Do you know why this happened?" I'm like, "The earthquake." I go, "I heard that Erdogan said some crazy shit."
Oh, it's
but I
because the
go,
gay episode of Last of Us.
No, he said
The
it
Lord was angry.
Did you not see this? He said it was a weather device. One of their ministers came out and said that the U.S. have a ship up in the Crimea that has some kind of weather affecting device that caused this.
They do.
Yes,
It's called
but-
HARP.
Yeah, that's right. But I don't think it causes earthquakes. It
Yeah,
causes
no, it
storms.
could cause storms and it could cause earthquakes, but I don't think they did it.
No, I don't think they did it. I go, yeah, well, it's been a long time since a really
I
bad
thought they
earthquake hit.
said, I had read that they stopped using HARP because when they were causing storms or whatever, the trickle down, like they could cause something very fucked up that they didn't intend to. You get it? Because it's
that.
So I
But
thought
I
I
don't
don't
think they caused an earthquake in Turkey.
Me neither. That's what I'm saying. I don't think so at all.
I brought that up to her, and she goes, "No, that's not why." I'm like, "Oh, because it's been so long since there's been a big seismic."
Turkey's gay.
No, she goes to me, "It's because we don't believe in God. Did you see Satanism at the Grammys?
I was about to bring that up.
This is why we don't believe it." And she goes on for 10 minutes. I'm instantly uncomfortable. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not okay with this." Like,
By the way, Sam Smith is not looking good. I met him in 2013, and he looked
you met
all right.
them. You met them.
I met him in
They're
2013.
non-binary. He's non-binary now.
Not when I met him.
Okay.
But when I met him, yeah, he was like, he wasn't thin, but he looked normal.
Looks like a
He
bit
looked
fat
fine.
fuck now.
Yeah, no, he looks weird.
Well, I mean, a non-binary
You don't have to spend all your money on food, bro.
and Kim Petras being the first trans person, like,
Who's
big
Kim
deal.
Petras?
What do you
The
guys
one who
think
sings
about
that song with
his
him.
performance at the Grammys?
Oh, I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either. I saw people freaking out. I dipped into fundamentalist Islamic YouTube for a little because it was fun, and they're like, "Okay, mate, Habibi, mate," like all these Australian, like very, like mainstream but very religious Muslims going on about it. I'm like, this is great. This is the most entertainment I've had in 6 months.
Oh, they were angry
They
about.
were so upset.
But the reason why I guess I'm not upset is because this is nothing new.
Remember the Satanic Panic?
Yeah, but the Satanic Panic was different. They were going after metal bands that were not part of their organic, like they were going after them. Whereas here, they're inviting them in the mainstream and they're letting them do it. So that's the only difference.
Yeah.
But people,
I mean, artists have, and I use the term artist loosely about these two.
Sam Smith was irrelevant a year ago. He started being relevant with that Satanic song that he came out with, which is a fucking catchy ass tune.
Unholy.
It is
yeah.
very catchy.
Yeah.
Fucking catchy
with
ass
the-
tune.
with the
so
trans singer.
yeah, so I don't know.
Kim
Well,
Petras.
I don't know who fucking is.
That's what
I
it
don't
is.
give a shit.
That's
bro.
why it picked up.
Yo.
Okay, but
It
that's
is
what I'm
catchy,
saying.
though. It is catchy.
But that's what I'm saying. So right now, so right now, you know, he's trying to rebuild his fucking career. They're gonna do some controversial shit. People talk about it. It's who gives a fuck? They did the same thing to Lil Nas X when he went and remember when he blew
Blew the devil.
when he blew
When he lapped
Satan.
that.
Oh,
in
yeah,
hell.
yeah, remember.
Yeah, but I mean, like, think about like Alice Cooper. How many times did they invoke demonic imagery, right? Like, or
Yeah,
it's just a thing
it's
that
just a
people
thing.
do, like Beelzebub and
Who gives a fuck?
fucking Satanas, Lucifer,
yeah, it's all fun stuff.
Beelzebub. Yeah,
Fun. I don't mean that.
maybe
you
we should dress up like the devil, get more views.
No,
Okay,
no. I'm
just threw it out there.
anti-devil.
I'm
anti-devil, pro-Lucifer.
I like the character of the devil. I think he's an interesting plot element.
fucking
It's
around.
very.
I like the New Jersey Devils.
You do. That's true. But those are different. They're inspired by different.
Oh, we're gonna go
devils.
watch the Devils and the Habs. I can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have to.
I mean, at the Bell Center.
When is it?
I haven't seen March 11th.
You'll have to wait.
I have to wait.
I'm a piece of shit.
So don't worry about the
Satanics.
devil, guys. Don't worry about
Yeah, the
this.
devil. He's
Don't
in
wor-
the details.
Yeah, don't worry about the Satanists. All right, just live your life.
Sorry, the devil. They're in the details because if anyone's non-binary, it's the devil.
Well, yeah, so YouTube blew up about that. They were like, "Oh no."
Chaos. I was
Every couple of
laughing. It
years,
was
I feel
so
like
entertaining.
something happens on these award shows and they
yeah.
blow it out of proportion. Like it's who gives a fuck?
It's also with the times, the way.
If you didn't watch, you would have never known.
I didn't
Yeah, I know.
watch, so I didn't know until.
But that's what I'm
someone
saying. Yeah, that's why I have no emotional
Problem
attachment to it.
solved.
So in other news,
Oh yeah, there's news.
did you guys see Joe Biden getting cucked in public?
Oh, again,
cut?
what happened?
So his wife just walks up to like a senator or whatever and just kisses him in the mouth.
Don't say that.
I swear to God. I have
Show me the video.
right here.
Show me the
What do you
video.
mean? Out of spite?
No. Just like
Maybe she thought it
they're
was
talking
Joe.
to each other, and I guess they've banged
Is
in the
that
past.
Mrs. Biden?
What? What do you mean you guess they banged in the past? You don't know
Look,
this.
bro,
I
these
know that
people have
senator.
definitely banged in the
Who is that
past.
senator?
I don't know.
I mean, that wasn't sexual at all. It was a weird thing to do, but whatever.
Like if I was Joe Biden, I would 100% call the Secret Service and be like, he dies
Kill him,
tonight.
yeah.
Yes, 100%.
100%. But
Hold on, maybe that's like her
she
brother or
leaned in
something.
too. Hold on. That is weird. Why you
And
go
when their
lip to
lips
lip?
touch, they didn't even react. Like,
They're
oh.
both getting off. And
Check
look,
out-
look at the way they're holding hands.
No, look on the left. Is that the Joe? I don't know who she is, but look at her. Oh, that was weird. Why did
Yeah,
that
the
happen?
eyes. Like
Like,
what?
what just happened? And how about this fellow here, this gay fellow?
That's a
That's a
man?
woman, bro.
That's a woman, bro.
Don't assume her gender. I know I did.
No, I think that's a man. Actually, you're
I'm
right.
not sure.
It's a they.
Who gives a shit? Okay, whatever. I
Remember
mean,
babies?
because I thought maybe it was an accident. The way you're, maybe they just,
Yeah, it
you know,
happens.
sometimes you go in,
Yeah.
like you know, me and you sometimes are going for the hug and we make out for 4 minutes.
Of course,
like
yeah.
that. It's
By
just, it
mistake.
happens.
One of my favorite
But by
fucking
mistake, right?
things to say that makes people like uncomfortable but makes me laugh is when someone comes in to kiss me. If there's even a hesitation, I'm like, whoa, not in the mouth. I just say it and I keep going. And they're always like, huh? People just get so caught off guard, and it amuses the fuck out of me.
I forget that it's not an international thing.
To kiss on both cheeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it yesterday.
Because it happens sometimes where it's fucking awkward, where like women panic.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. So I go in for because they come, they hug me, and then I go like the cheek to cheek, and then you like and I'm like, what are you trying to fucking make out? Like, calm the fuck down, woman.
Yeah.
Like, just calm down. It's very simple. It's like this and like this because they just fucking panic and they're flailing all over like
It's tricky as like a Mediterranean person, like especially Greeks. Like yesterday, I saw a client who I've met before. We get along well. I haven't seen them in 6 months. I greeted them. I kissed them on the cheek. She's a woman, right? So I kissed the one cheek. I go for the other. She's already sat down. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that happens sometimes to me too. Yeah.
But she's Korean. She doesn't know.
Yeah, they don't know,
That's
yeah.
fine. Then on my brother-in-law's side of the family, because they're Lebanese, they have to throw in an extra one. So I'm like,
On your
now
cock.
I'm the asshole that's sitting down, and they're like going for the third cheek.
the earthquake in Turkey.
Mess. See the buildings come down.
Two things that's fucked up. So the first country to offer aid obviously was Greece.
Within minutes.
And they went there. Did you see the Greek firefighters?
I did, yeah.
Bro, I was crying
Even
yesterday.
after everything they do to us.
Yeah, did you see the Greek firefighters, bro? It made me cry.
It's not
they,
the
they,
people
they,
who do
they
things,
fucking saved these kids from rubble, bro. They thought they were dead. 6-year-old girls that, and the firemen, bro, were crying. They couldn't believe it that they
9
were
hours before the earthquake, Erdogan's government, one of the ministers, and the Greek government were exchanging like fucking
fuck you.
almost war words. The second it happened, Greece right away, they're like, we're sending people. They didn't
of
even
course.
ask. We're sending people.
It's not the.
It's really- it's a great
it's
marketing
innocent.
play for Greece.
It's innocent people. It has nothing to do with
It
that
is, yeah,
fucking
of course.
cocksucker. But what's crazy is that apparently Cyprus is like, okay, we'll send whatever you need, and Turkey's like, fuck you, we don't want anything from you.
Really?
Yeah,
They're
they
dumb.
did.
They're so dumb.
I was like,
What
Jesus
happened?
Christ.
What happened?
They're
Sorry?
so dumb.
Carry it on. I gotta jump on a call.
I mean, the show's over.
The show's over without me.
Yeah. No, I mean, the show's over at 11:30.
Oh, okay. So I guess.
All right,
play it
guys,
out.
thank you
Give
for
the
joining
plug.
us.
Love you guys.
It has been 200 episodes of this very show where we sat. It started off, we were at another building. We think about what we've accomplished on
Oh,
this
we
show.
were on Skype.
No, I just mean think about what's happened since this show first came on the air. The world ended, and this show was born of those ashes, right? Then we were just like in our homes. Then we were at Xenospace, still on Skype.
Phil goes for the ass cheeks.
The ass cheeks, yeah. Oh God, he showed it. Think about everything that's happened since the show. Honestly, we went through lockdowns on this show, and we've been here through all of that fucking chaos, guiding you and trying to keep George from.
But chaos is amazing.
I pray to the chaos gods.
I love
just
chaos.
Said it.
I'm an agent of chaos.
Chaos Hu Akbar. You're not an agent of chaos. You're
course
just a
I am.
fucking hot mess. You're a hot mess.
Look, man, you shut the fuck up.
No. No, I will not. I will not be silenced anymore. You want to sing Unholy with me to wrap up the show? I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure,
I don't know the
let's do it.
lyrics though. It goes something like this.
Hold on. Hold on. I'll do it.
You're all welcome. Cut to yourself.
Okay. This is how we're closing off the show. Am I on me? Yes. Okay. Wait, what the fuck happened? Okay, my camera's good. Okay, you're doing the beat, huh?
I think so.
Mommy, that is getting hot at the body shop, doing something unholy.
All right, thank you very much. We will see you at the next episode. Here's to another 200, I guess. Foulbounds.com, patreon.com/Pantelis. I am Poseidon.com. George's links in the description. Have a great Wednesday.